The time has finally arrived. Ship chasing draft season is among us here. We have been doing the slow main event drafts, but to me tonight feels like kicking off what is about to be a month of insane live on-stream drafting. Tonight we have Hasan, we got Gretch, we got Crane, and Blair Andrews will be joining us in a second to penta-manage / draft a team on KFFSC. It is very much a friends and family draft. It is the Ship Chasers Invitational. Guys, I wasn't there for the draft slot bidding call. Why don't you fill people in on how that went?
Pat went rogue.
Yeah. I did not go rogue. I almost went rogue on the 101. I was bidding up the 101, and I couldn't communicate with Hasan or Gretch, but they were in the Zoom call, so I could look at their faces. Gretch was just laughing the whole time, so I didn't know what that and Hasan was just staring straight ahead. So it was hard to know if I should stop bidding. I went up to 400, and then it went to 410. I could not do 420, so I bid 420. Then I went to 450, which was just me being rogue and starting to go on tilt. And then I stopped. I stopped at 470, didn't go above that. So the 101 went for 470. It's a pretty good price. Then I didn't bid on any of the other ones until the 105. The 105 goes to 100. I messaged, by this point I have a chat set up, so I said, should I stop? Gretch goes, could go to 110. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. 110.
To that point, everything had gone for at least 90. And we had reason to like the 105. You know,
we had reason to like the 105. So we get the 105, then the 106 promptly goes for $10. The 107 goes for $10. The 108 they skip. I was like, well, I don't want the 105 anymore.
108 and 109 both ended up going for $10 as well. Yeah.
I was also told that I look like the guy from Mindhunter.
That is pretty good. I've never.
The old guy.
Wait, Jonathan Groff?
No, Jonathan Groff.
No, Jonathan Groff.
Your audio's low.
Let me see if I can find. You know, it's not quite there, but here. Well, let's just.
Your audio is a little bit low right now for some reason.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, one sec. I mean, I kind of see it.
Look at the one in the bottom left on the right bar. Oh, it just went away. Whereas hair's like longer and curlier, it's. Oh man, there was a good one on that right bar. I don't know where it went.
Test.
This guy's like basically a psychopath in Mindhunter, so I didn't really appreciate the comp, but you know,
no.
I guess he's fine looking individual.
He's the lead detective.
No, I've seen the show, but he like can't form human connections with anyone because he's a total psycho.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. So our draft is kicking off here in about.
But what she first said was, "You look like the guy from Hamilton," and so we do got to get.
Who's that guy?
He's all dressed up in a wig and or a hat and a wig and a coat. We got to get some Pat Hamilton.
Yeah, so I look like the guy who played King George in Hamilton.
Same dude.
Oh, it's the same dude. Okay. Well, I think she was saying I look like that actor, not his rendition of King George.
We gotta get Pat singing some Hamilton tunes.
How is my mic better?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
I don't know. Okay. Pat's coming in like way louder than Pete. Are you guys getting that, Hasan and Blair?
Two
nods.
Yeah, I think it's fine. The levels seem fine to me.
All right, whatever.
Weird. Everyone sounds their normal selves to me.
Yeah, me too.
I just asked if my audio is better. Is my audio better? I have my mic. Okay.
Blair says just mute Pat.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. We're good. So we're starting this draft in 6 minutes, right? And we got the 105. You guys ready? Blair, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Nice of you to join us just in time for the draft.
I know, right? I can't even see the board. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm ready.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's
see. So I believe
here.
We've got Ship Chasers at the 103 and 104, right? Isn't Kevin at the 103?
I believe so.
Do we have time for Hasan to explain everyone his Christian McCaffrey's just a guy take from the email thread?
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Oh yeah. No, I just said that his that like I don't see the value in paying up for like the 101. I think 470 is a fair price. I was hoping he'd have gone like 700 plus, but it's just how it goes. But like the my point being that how much you're giving up in FOB with how far we are about a month removed from the season is not really worth drafting someone who 2 years ago, like the team made a very concerted point with no quarterbacks, no real wide receivers outside of rookie DJ Moore to really get him the football and get him to 1,000 season, right? Like it will not, like he's got like a floor that is like that above that 25 point per game, which is why he's going as a consensus 101. But I don't see in a place where you have a choice to make why you should be going out and paying up to draft him into your 101 when you can actually structure your team around knowing that he's going to be a deficiency, right? So I just felt that like there's other running backs who have a similar range of outcomes, who are going later. And
I mean, even that, I don't think I've heard from anyone this year that there's similar running backs with similar ranges of outcomes. You were a little more Hasan in the email. I felt like I had just mainlined Dan Campbell's daily coffee intake. I was ready to run through like 7 walls and bite some kneecaps. Like it was a great take. It was fire.
Pat, I'm getting some questions in the chat, people wanting to know this exact format. Why don't you break it down for them? Starting lineup, scoring settings, all that good stuff.
Yep. It's very much like FFPC where you get the 1 quarterback, 2 running backs. But instead of 2 wide receivers and 2 flexes, you have 3 wide receivers and 1 flex. Tight end, it is not tight end premium. Kicker defense, 10 benches. So it's the same 20-man overall lineup, same number of starting positions. It's just that one of the flexes converts to wide receiver, and you have 3rd round reversal in this draft. And the other tweak is that we just bid for our draft slots, which is kind of a fun little strategy element, and which we already have messed up.
Pat, are you behind? Are you in the draft room? Are you going to be the one with the nimble fingers today?
Yeah, I think we should probably have some kind of duplicate setup, some kind of redundancy in place, because my internet, as we know, is not the best. It did freeze during the intro music, and it froze when Blair joined. So, could be a situation where we might still be drafting Rashad Bateman despite the groin injury.
We're going to be taking Jalen Reagor again.
It's full point PPR, just no tight end premium.
That's right.
Now, are people in the draft watching this stream? Probably,
yes.
Right?
I would say,
right.
I think,
well, then I
believe the numbers were 8 people from ship chasing signed up.
But we all learned Chinese. Did you learn Chinese for this, Blair? You didn't learn it?
Oh, of course. Well, I
so we
already
can
knew it.
communicate. It's full pig Latin. We're gonna.
But I do think we're in a position to talk a little bit about what we want to do in the first round, because we got the 105. So like that's the one spot where we can be pretty open, because no one can stop us. No one can stop us from what we want to do now.
Can stop us.
Yeah, we were discussing this a little bit in the email thread. Ben, you wanna just mention what we were thinking there?
At 105?
Yeah.
I mean, we could get stopped. You guys realize we could get stopped.
We can't get stopped.
It's just
We can't.
if Nick Chubb falls to 105,
Joe
I'll
Mixon.
be happy.
Right. What if he doesn't fall?
Najee Harris.
I'm
Then
thinking
we're in
about
trouble.
the guy that goes 2 in every draft, Dalvin Cook. What if he didn't go 2?
Then we take Cook.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
See?
you still haven't stopped. Really, we wouldn't take Cook at 105. Cook won't make it to 105. First of all, second of all, we would take Cook 105.
He shouldn't.
Well, I want to hear this take too.
Oh boy.
About Dalvin?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much of a take. It's like he's got like a similar ceiling to CMC, right? Like, so you should be going 1 or 2, and then there's Alvin Kamara, and then the question is like, so I mean, like Alvin Kamara is my dark horse for 1,000 season. So if 1 or 3 opts do not take him, it should be great.
Hasan, which do you hate more? Australians or running backs?
I do.
I think
I do
Australians,
have
because
to,
he keeps talking about Kamara.
I do have to give a mea culpa here to Australia. In an ironic or a cruel twist of fate, my kids' favorite show is called Bluey, which is a story about a girl and her blue heeler dogs, and they're all from Australia. So
Great show. Great show.
So I'm owned, and it's a great show.
It is a great show.
Heavily recommended if you have little kids.
They learned.
It's excellent just for the Australian slang that you pick up.
Yeah, and also all the games they play with their dad, I have to then play the role of their dad, and they're like, "That's not how he does it in the show." You know, like I'm constantly being told that I'm doing it wrong. It's like, okay, well, like the whole point is he has a good imagination. Let me have an imagination.
Alvin Kamara goes 1 of 3.
See, just don't say who you want. Obviously,
I can't believe we missed the opportunity to point out that there was an Australian running back at one point. Remember that guy who played rugby? Joe King points that out in the chat. Australian running backs. I forget his name.
What was that?
Oh yeah.
Hey, West Coast gem, reel it in.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
What do we want to do here, guys?
That's who I was hoping would fall to 5.
Diggs? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
love Diggs. For me, it would be Adams over Hill, personally.
I'm ambivalent. Go with either.
Well,
Adams
I know it's not. I know it's not tight end premium, but is Kelsey crazy here?
Yes.
I think
It's-
I don't want Kelsey here.
Adams.
I don't want Kelsey here.
So
I don't want
what,
Hill. So
What
We're
Hasan
kind
was
of,
referring to was our plan at 5 that we would get at least one of these top 3 receivers.
actually, I don't hate Hill.
I thought.
Wait,
Adams
wait,
was doing
Are you out on
Whatever you
Adams?
guys want to do? Yeah, let's go.
Blair,
Adams.
you're out on Adams? Okay.
No, I said I would prefer Adams over Hill, but I,
I
could
think
go
we all
either
prefer
way.
Adams, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. This is like the most confrontational, unanimous decision of all time.
Right. If this is a sign of things to come.
Wait.
Every single one wants Adams.
All right, make the pick, Pat.
All right. It's in.
Fuck, I wish we took Hill.
So I relooked at our team from like last season, and if it weren't for injuries, man, it was just like a straight fire team. And like that's just like if you guys want to talk about a little bit about the kind of closing line value we got on a lot of these picks a year early, we started with remembering the good times, I guess. We started with Kittle, Julio, Golladay, AJ Brown, Cortland Sutton, DeAndre Swift, Kyler Murray, right? Like that's ridiculous. And then we also had Darrell Henderson in there too.
Sutton.
Like it all went bad for us in week 1 with Sutton, and then Kittle and Julio and everybody else. Like it could have been better, right? Like that's still a squad you'd want this year. It kind of goes to the point you guys were making on stealing bananas about drafting like with that dynasty mindset a little bit, right?
Fair point. Yeah. That is still good.
Yeah, Henry's pointing out that we should have taken the 108 to get Tyreek Hill, which is true now. But I didn't know it was going to happen.
Now that you say it, Henry, you're right. We
Yeah.
should have spent $4 on one. How much did 108 go for?
All right, can we start over?
It was free. It was free. You could have gotten
It literally was the last one that no one wanted, and somebody who didn't show up got it.
Oh man,
We should have not shown up for the betting, and we would have got Tyreek Hill at 8. Great spot.
Meanwhile, Pat's over there with his little bidding thing. I got to get the 105.
So is it just me, or does that feel a little aggressive for Zeke?
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you not seen drafts? He goes much higher most of the time.
No, I've been
Hassan's
just you, though.
worldview is so warped.
I've been doing. I've been doing more lately, but I guess it kind of depends on format. I mean, in full PPR, like I think that's still a little aggressive for him.
Didn't you hear that he's in the best shape of his life, and all of his clear skill decline last year and inefficiency and all those things no longer matter because he showed up in shape, and also he's going to score 25 touchdowns. So.
I think we've heard this before, right? With like,
No.
But it's true
This time, it's going to work.
Have you seen the
What's-
photos, Hasan?
What's the Arrested Development like?
He looks like a different man. He looks like a man on a mission.
They somehow delude themselves into thinking. How does it go? Oh, it never works for them. But it might work for us.
Yeah.
Might work
Might
for
work
us.
for us. Yeah, that's the Tobias wants to go to couples therapy.
As opposed to our strategy, which is just to continue drafting George Kittle, continue drafting Tony Pollard. In one of these years, it will hit. It has to.
Hey, we were on Darrell Henderson last year. Look at us now, huh?
Yeah,
We're just
true.
trailblazing.
RIP Cam Akers, but look at us now.
Also, there's reports that Xavier Jones is impressing, so let's be a little careful about counting
Xavier
those
Jones-
fantasy points.
Xavier Jones was on the roster last year. He showed nothing. Like he's impressing, sure.
Yes, Jack. KFFSC is a contemplative platform. We like to give everyone ample time to argue with their 4 other co-owners.
Yeah, we're gonna need it. So
It's a
Everyone else-
Kentucky-based platform. I feel like everything's a
This is
it's like you enjoy your time a little bit more. We're not rushing around. It's not a big city.
There should be a thing where you get 30 seconds if you're drafting yourself, and for every co-owner, you get 15 extra added seconds of time added to your bank.
that's what happens when you get the Pentagon, baby.
Thanks to God.
Look at these high T starts here at
That's
the
what we
turn.
got to call this. I love
this
it.
is this is not
I
what you
wanted to-
guys advertised.
The 112 was pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good start. Like say
That looks like a Davis, Sean, and Gretsch start to me.
Yeah, that's
Davis would be
Okay.
so happy at the 112
Two-
right now.
Hey, two guys who also could end up like CMC.
I feel, in Hassan's mind, every single running back is the exact same.
No,
Derrick Henry goes after.
Oh my God! I forgot Derrick Henry hadn't gone.
But go back to that CMC season, right? Like Curtis Samuel was on season-ending IR. Cam was on IR by week 2. They started 2 quarterbacks whose names I can't seem to remember right now. DJ Moore was in his rookie year. Whoever they had throwing the football basically decided to check down. And when the Panthers realized CMC was going to have a 1,000 season, they decided to prioritize the ball to him, right? Like it's not like you're looking at a very big outlier from a term of talent perspective, and the ball has to go somewhere, right? A competitive team would not be able to use CMC in that kind of way and then can expect to win games. Like, and at some
He
point,
scored
you got to
30 points
assume,
per game last year.
yeah,
He-
in one
He was
game, right?
incredible last year. No, he played 5 games,
I'm gonna tag you every time.
and he was
has
hurt for.
40-point
He was
game.
hurt for like. He missed parts of 2 of those games. He still scored 30 points per game.
He's
It
gonna
was
have
insane.
a 40-point week 1, and I'm gonna tag you. It would be like you
Yeah.
doubted CMC.
I think CMC is a unicorn, but I do love that you're just gonna go after him. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Who-
I'm obviously kidding.
Hassan's alienates more people than Denny, the entire continent of Australia, every single fantasy football drafter.
Guys, we're running out of running backs here. Do you guys want to consider Nick Chubb here, or
No,
Is
I
this
think
too
you
early
got to-
for Joe Mixon?
it was a joke? It was
Maybe
bad.
David Montgomery though.
Okay, so we are now on the
We're
clock.
and all the
Justin-
receivers, man.
Justin Jefferson,
I think
right?
Justin Jefferson. Yeah,
for me, yeah.
But wait, what about Waller?
No.
no,
He hasn't practiced
Ah,
for
come on.
4,000
Yeah,
years.
and it's not TA premium, and we can still stream tight ends. Who cares? Oh my God.
All right.
I would be game for Waller personally.
106 with a very high T start.
I think in this format, I think the tight end is less
Yeah.
valuable.
I agree.
Me too.
We can stream
Plus
that.
Waller has not been practicing. Like,
Hey,
There has
we
to
got
be.
5 people. You guys got the 3-2 consensus here. It looks like it's Justin Jefferson.
I actually prefer Jefferson, but
okay,
I don't want it
Cool.
to be too easy.
Cool. Get me on your side, then leave me over here. Now it's a 4-1.
I can never tell Blair's takes either. It's you keep me on my toes, Blair.
Blair's contrarian with himself.
Yeah.
That's right. I just
So
don't
whoever-
want to. Sorry.
So So whoever's number 104, like that was like the other guy I was going to throw up with CD. Like I was just going to say JJ or CD.
Yeah. There was
I
no
love that
chance.
they're going
you.
right
Does
next to
Lamb
each
always
other
go
now.
this early in these
Yeah.
drafts?
Yeah.
Phil, can you get Phil's comment up here? Phil B. Lamb will fall.
Yeah, right.
Literally,
okay.
not even a minute later. Never mind.
No, we got Gormanji in the 4 slot. We did a slow main event draft with him, and we started with Diggs Kittle in the FFPC main event. So he loves
Lamb.
grabbing him.
And then Lamb.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then Lamb in
You
the
guys have Lamb.
Damn.
third.
That's a really
This
good
is
team.
this
you
is
guys
going to
built.
be evergreen comment. Running back that normally goes at this spot gets passed on by wide receiver. Just retweet.
Yeah, it's one of the things I do think is that oh, there you go, CH. It's kind of like I've been way more I think this year I'm taking a more lax approach, at least in terms of like the first 3 rounds. Like a lot of the ranges of outcomes are fairly similar. Like I think about like last year where you guys were taking Aaron Jones at the end of the second, right? Like that's just a massive mispricing via ADP, and he ended up, and it took people forever to get him here into the first round when we had him pegged as what, like the 108 last year, right? So you know, like as far as RBs go, like you know, like I mentioned, like just the range of outcomes is just kind of wide, right?
Hey guys, I'm really rooting for Green here because we would set up a true ideological battleground. 5-0
Yes.
RB teams.
Yeah.
In 7 robust RB.
But you know what's
teams.
going to happen? I don't think these are all going to be robust teams. They're all going to pivot pretty quick to receiver. I think the 4th round might be 12 receivers. That's
Well,
my
Shelley's
guess.
one of the RB starts, and he's not going to go robust.
Right. There's gonna be a couple of these guys that start RB that are gonna just start pissing yellow.
So you guys have all heard the narrative how Derrick Henry could see more like targets, right, for like the 4th year in a row.
I actually haven't heard as much this year.
I don't think
okay.
people are trying to make that.
Okay, so that I saw that like a while ago. So then it's not still like that's a narrative that's like not gonna catch steam.
I don't think so, because
Can
they've
you
been talking about Evans as like a Kamara type, so that's been the steamy narrative.
I actually Henry mentioned that he thought like 108 would have been like a nut start, but I kind of like the 105 a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who those guys are, but I love what they're doing right now.
All right, McLaurin goes. So okay, so some of these RB guys are starting to catch up now. Like, you know, they should
Maybe
be
this
doing
is
so.
the piss yellow round. There's gonna be a round coming up that's all yellow.
Matt was saying he didn't see how 0 running back was going to work with 5 people doing it, while the rest of the draft is eating up all the top running backs. The thing is, like, from experience of being in the puppy, when everyone goes super wide receiver heavy, is that like the problem is that you get locked out of wide receiver. The problem isn't that you get locked out of running back. So it's actually like the more aggressive, the more like super wide receiver heavy drafters there are in your room, the more conscious I think you have to be about drafting wide receivers early.
It's your avalanche analogy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Joe
'Cause
Mixon
you can still, ski ahead and scoop up your running backs ahead if you want. You just got to make sure you're still taking alternating back and forth and still getting receivers along the way to pull it off.
Right.
Yep. Man, when wide receiver, like everyone decides to pivot into wide receiver, it's just gone. It's like you no longer have your pick. It's just you're just taking who you get, and then you're just hoping that this, I don't know. You can squint and you're like, Randall Cobb is my wide receiver 4. I don't hate it, but no, you do hate it. You hate it.
I will say, if you're not penta-managing on a stream, you really have no excuse to be using this much clock. We're gonna need to speed this up, guys.
I fully agree.
I think Clayton's got a good take on our team so far.
Man, it really that does kind of cut to the core of the issue with this team so far.
It sure does. Olivia Doodle went with Darren Waller. I was actually wondering if Waller might get to us. I had a little hope.
One of the fun things though about like
That's a
co-owning-
great start. Redley Brown baller. Cool.
Oh yeah. What I was gonna say, one of the fun things about co-owning is I found an old email thread of ours pre-week 1 waivers where we were discussing picking up James Robinson and prioritizing him. And I was like, "Oh, we got to bid $79," and Pat was like, "Oh no, we should just bid 25." And then like we were going back and forth, and I think we ended up bidding 3. He went for 6.
3? Why did we bid 3 if we were both above 3?
I
Was
don't
there
know what
an
happened.
email from me in there that said we shouldn't bid on him at all?
I think Blair was trying to bring up like potential free agents that we were shooting down, and then I think we were like kind of all, oh, maybe this wouldn't work, maybe this works, and then like we heard a lot of people like hyping up Divine Azigbo, and I think like we just got scared off that, and like realistically like Divine Azigbo has been like the bust, and you know, I mean, this is going to happen because we were also discussing, instead of taking Bryce Love, we were discussing possibly taking JD McKissick.
I'm begging pay the Mannings to take George Kittle. I can't get George Kittle on another team. I have too much George Kittle.
Oh, I actually have a play here. If
You
you
didn't
guys
take
want me
George
to-
Kittle.
Can we go Amari Cooper?
Yeah.
How about Higgins?
Yes. Or
No,
DJ
Higgins.
Moore.
I want
Relax.
DJ Moore,
Higgins.
T. Higgins, DJ Moore, or
I
Amari
think-
Cooper. I'm ambivalent.
I was thinking Higgins.
Higgins?
I mean,
You
I'm
guys
not
want Higgins over Amari Cooper?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
well,
If Higgins hits, he is Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
Amari
that's-
Cooper
that's
is
very
fun
true.
for Dallas,
Think-
and he's
think-
awesome.
If Amari Cooper
Amari
can
Cooper
walk,
is going to be
Amari Cooper's
Tyler
off the
Boyd
pup
next year.
list. He's practicing now.
DJ Moore. No.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, I love.
I mean, Amari would be fine too, right? So I'm ambivalent between those.
Should we
two.
just go Kittle?
No.
Fuck no.
look, I mean, if we think CD Lamb is going to take over in Dallas, then Amari is on the decline.
Joe,
Do you want to go? What about DJ Moore? I'd be.
we're
with
not
DJ
getting
Moore.
Higgins. The thing
we're
is, we're
not
not
zero.
getting.
no, he's gone.
0.0% chance any of these guys that we just discussed are coming back to us.
Let's do a vote. I say Amari.
Amari.
Higgins.
Amari.
Oh, come on. I would rather go DJ Moore than Amari.
Why do you guys like 30-year-old players?
Ranked choice voting. He's 27 years old.
Yeah, I have it. Higgins, Moore, Amari. You got to rank them now.
Well,
No,
we're out of time.
That's too long. We got Amari.
Well, who'd we take?
Amari.
The chat says Higgins.
Chad says no. It's like split.
Our whole nation is divided on this topic.
I'm with Blair, except I'll go Higgins, Moore, Kittle, Amari.
Ooh,
Yeah, actually,
and this
I
is
would
coming
agree
from
with
a
that.
former. This is coming from
I
a
would
former
go.
Amari guy.
I would go Higgins, Moore, Kittle, Pitts, Amari.
God, we just
This is odd to me. Amari's a very good wide receiver and an excellent offense, and he's now healthy.
we just drafted an AARP team. I fucking hate it.
Can we restart the draft? This was just a joke. This was just a bit.
Yeah, we actually want the 108.
Justin Jefferson is the oldest 22-year-old wide receiver I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
I mean, speaking of the 108, DeAndre Swift, I was going to try to talk you guys into if he fell.
Don't hate it.
I would have
Dude.
done it.
We have a main
Going with
event
that.
where he almost
I
fell
prefer
to us.
Swift. I prefer Swift
the
over
fourth.
Amari, if you can believe that.
Oh God, Blair.
This is
now you
wild.
Yeah, you
It's
guys
all right.
heard about his groin injury, right?
It's an ankle injury, and he's over it.
Goes
On
all the way up to
NBC
his
Sports
groin.
Edge, on NBCSportsEdge.com, it was a groin injury.
Oh! For Swift. Sorry, I
Swift.
thought you meant Amari. I thought you were just
No.
continuing the Amari slander. My bad.
No. I'm just surprised to see Ben like hop off the Amari wagon. Ooh, Chris Carson.
No more in the chat. No more shock on wide receiver ADP. The ADPs do not apply anymore. They're thrown out the window.
Chris Carson.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
how is?
Godspeed.
I don't even
This-
want to respond to those comments.
This is like an ideological war right now. The
I love
the
it.
10 and the 3 team are digging in their heels. I hate having Gormanji right next to us. I mean, it's brutal.
It's not my
It's
favorite thing
team.
in the world.
Look at Team 1 with CMC and Higgins.
CMC's average. It's fine.
And Lockett. Oh, he's playing the seat.
Oh, cool!
You know,
Look at all the good receivers are going, and we have the guy that
God damn it, man!
I can't believe you guys are out on Amari.
Yeah, I can't
It's
believe
wild.
Someone take fucking Kittle.
No,
all he wants to do is not have to leave another draft with Kittle.
we are taking Kittle if he gets those in the fourth. There's no way we're not.
100%.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
Gormanji's taking Kittle.
Hey, would you rather have Kittle or
I
Brandon?
don't think he
Ayuk?
wants to.
Does
I think he wants
Gormanji
Brandon
want a
Ayuk.
co-manager? I mean, look at that roster.
Oh, look
Jesus.
at Ben. Ben already wants to get traded.
And jumping ship.
Ben trying to leave the Pentagon. Oh, let's back to the quad.
Diggs, Lamb, and DJ Moore. That is stuff
fire.
that my dreams are made of.
If he had taken Higgins instead of Moore, then I would jump ship too.
That is a great team.
Blair, you're out on
Finish
Moore?
No, I like Moore, but I
You
like
just like
Higgins
Higgins
more than
more.
Moore.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
my
any-
god. Do it, Gormanji. Take him.
He took him. He
Yeah.
took Kittle. Let's
Big,
go
beautiful
Jamar
team.
Chase.
No,
He's too
Jamar-
old.
Ooh,
he's too
Ooh.
like that's just too.
Did you say he's
like,
too old?
Yeah, he's
I'm okay
very
with
old,
Chase.
right?
Yeah,
I
Chase
would
is
love
interesting.
here. Chase feels great.
I think
I like
is
Chase.
one.
It's like a legitimate, like, decent.
And we need a
ADP
redemption for that Cooper pick, so let's do it. We
Yeah.
have
We
to.
got to get younger.
We got to get our
Let's get
third
young,
receiver
man. Let's
here.
get a little
So
younger.
let's get our third receiver here.
Someone check his ID. Welcome to the squad, Jamar Chase.
So like I guess it's not. I mean, it's fine. Do you guys offhandedly do you remember where Amari was going when he was taken like as early as he was, which is a pretty bad comp, but like that's a question. I can't remember his
You
ADP
mean
right
when he
now.
was a rookie?
Yeah,
He was about this early.
yeah.
Wow. Kittle would have been pretty wild in the fourth. We might all need to jump ship to Gormanji's team.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Gormanji, you got this team now. We're taking over.
All right. We're all heading out. We're actually just going to watch you draft the rest of the night, Gormanji.
So I have to edit the audio version of these, and now I'm like gonna have to note when I have to take out the 45 seconds of pure silence.
Exactly. at
Leave it
33
in.
minutes.
I went and got a beer.
What you drinking there, Ben?
Coors Light. I mean,
I have to
It's
say,
the
like
one.
the audience didn't seem to mind that.
yeah,
They
they're,
wanted a break from us.
Yeah,
they are way
They
too
were-
excited.
They were expecting us to be drafting the 104. I do want to discuss Jamar Chase a little bit, right? I do know rookie enthusiasm, but I've noticed a lot more people now touting rookie wide receivers as being like a pretty big key after they were off the last 2 seasons by saying don't chase the rookies. So that's been fun. So I just was curious on everybody else's take here with Jamar Chase. Do you think this is like easy price at his ceiling? Is there like any position to grow, or we're taking him here? Are you expecting one of Boyd or Higgins to really just sort of underperform?
I think
Fucking 109.
we like that pick, Claypool. That seems early.
Everything's early.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, all 3 of these guys can be like top 20 wide receivers, right? The news on Burrow, you would like to be better, but other than that, this offense to the moon, right?
Yep.
Alex wants us to talk about Chase versus Ayuk. I think it's close.
Yeah,
I think
it's close too. The thing about Chase, this guy outproduced Justin Jefferson while he was at LSU together, and he's a year younger than Justin Jefferson. He's a year earlier in the program than Justin Jefferson. And he's crazy athletic, and he's reuniting with his former college quarterback who he did that with. Like, everything is in place for this guy to be a star as a rookie. It's not like, this isn't rookie enthusiasm. This is Jamar Chase enthusiasm, which I think is warranted. Is like, he's truly, I think he's probably a better prospect than Amari Cooper once you factor in, you know, the situation of like what we know about Justin Jefferson, what they did together. They get on paper, besides that, they're about even. But that's a big deal, I think. I mean, that's one of the reasons I think we were a bit too low on A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf, because they were kind of hiding each other's production. These guys are correlated. And the fact that Justin Jefferson is a stud is a bullish signal for Jamar Chase. I think he's totally fine where he's going. I think he's close to Ayuk, but I prefer him to Ayuk.
I told the chat not to get freaked out by wide receivers going ahead of ADP, and yet you guys continue to get freaked out.
I mean, Tyler Boyd in the fourth round is
it's a bit rich.
Some of these picks are a little weird, right?
No, so which wide receivers are you taking over him right there?
Probably Deontay.
I guess there is a tier. There's
Judy's not off the board, but Tyler Boyd's off.
No, that's because Chanel just went. That's
okay.
Yeah.
You don't get the clip. You don't get
the clip.
I'd probably take Visca ahead of Boyd.
It's probably 5. There's probably four wide receivers before, but it's, I don't know. It's nothing I'm dropping my chin about.
There's a clear tier break, and like in usual drafts, you expect to see a wave of like running backs and go here. You expect to see Chris Carson there, for example.
He is in his underdog ivory towers over here, where he's like
ivory tower. They're $5 drafts, Ben.
He puts his finger out when he drinks his tea. I'm not dropping my fingers about these wide receivers.
They're going 15 picks ahead of where they go, and these are our pet players on Ship Chasing and a Ship Chasing Invitational. Like, none of this is shocking.
So I will say just one thing
Jacoby
about
Myers falls to round 5.
That's a comment of the night right now.
I said round 4 was going to be 12 wide receiver picks. It was only 10. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, Kittle's kind of a wide receiver.
There's been some piss and yellow.
We're pissing.
It sure has.
So
these guys need to see a doctor.
I've seen a little discourse about you know how we didn't know about Brandon Ayuk or Chase Claypool or any of these like rookies last year, and like it actually goes back a little bit further than that. When AJ Brown, I remember people were saying don't draft AJ Brown. He's going to be behind Corey Davis and Adam Humphries. He was in the 18th round. Like he was just like a lock button smash in like best ball season like that year, like 2 years ago. And I wanted to ask because like we're seeing this like spiral upwards of like the rookie ADP for redraft purposes. So I think a lot of the dynasty mindset at least is coming through.
Oh man, the people are triggered. This whole ass draft is a joke, man. What the fuck am I watching? I want to watch a draft where all the players go at ADP. That's my kind of content.
Look at his avatars. He's got a weed bucket hat on or something. Like Wheezing the Juice is the name.
Also,
Look,
is this? I agree with you guys. Boyd went ahead of some wide receivers I wouldn't take him ahead of. But is Boyd over Deontay is not a joke, right? Isn't Boyd and Deontay like the same thing, and Boyd's in a better offense?
Yeah, and I have a bone to pick with Deontay. I have to forgive him because I've got a lot of him on in basketball, but like. He dropped a pass last year that cost me a chance in the Millie. I'm making week 16 in the DK Millie, right? So like, all I'm saying is, I'm still feeling upset about it.
The film watchers love Deontay Johnson so good, but I mean,
he did have a target per route run of like 26%. I think it was 4th among all wide receivers. Boyd's been right in the like 20 to 22% range, which is good, but like Deontay has the potential to be a much higher target receiver, I think.
Also, Deontay runs on the outside. He runs short routes, but he runs on the outside.
Yeah.
But the risk of ruin with the Steelers offense and the ceiling of the Bengals offense, I think those teams are heading in wildly different directions.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Was there a trend to like Deontay's targets per route run
Solid.
and how much Claypool played early in the season?
Oh,
Like, did he lose routes?
I didn't check it weekly. Claypool's were very high for a rookie. He actually led all rookies. He was ahead of Justin Jefferson by like 0.5%. He had a really strong number too.
So we've got some interesting
Johnson was
stuff
over
going on.
20% as a rookie to himself in 2019, though, which was strong. Like he seems to have an ability to earn targets.
All right, what are we gonna do here?
We have a few really interesting options here.
Yes,
so
we
we
do.
have
What the fuck?
Pitts is on the
David
board.
Montgomery?
Pitts
Let
is
it
on
go.
the board.
Kind of.
Let it
I
go.
think
Pitts is
Darrell
on the board.
Henderson. Darrell Henderson is an option here. I think.
I
No,
feel like
not
this is the
Henderson.
only way we get this team younger. I
I
kind of
think
like
Pitts. I think I like Pitts too.
I'm into Pitts.
Who's the
Not-
receiver? If we went receiver.
Juju, right?
Juju's the
Juju
receiver.
or Juju
Debo
or
for me.
Or Debo. Yeah, Debo is actually a good one.
Ooh, I like
I
Debo
prefer
too.
Pitts over Debo for sure.
I'm with Blair on this one.
I think I would. Go
I think on Pitts too. I think Pitts is a really nice value here.
All right, let's
Sounds
do
like
it.
we're all arguing and we want Pitts. Hasan?
Jason
Yes.
Pitts.
I'm not against Pitts.
We did it. We took Kyle
All right.
Pitts.
All right.
We're doing what we did last year, which was drafting a team that'll be better next year. It's worked out well for us.
Except for
Yeah.
Cooper.
Except for Cooper, he's just going to be
We have
retired.
last year's rookie superstar.
Gormanji
And-
going to take Darrell Henderson. Oh, he's just taking a pick.
And Debo.
Hey,
Guys.
Gormanji. Gormanji. My next pick is Gabriel Davis. You really want Gabriel Davis? I'll just keep tipping my picks. All right. So then after Gabriel Davis, you want to make sure you take Jamison Crowder, and then you want Devontae Parker,
like
Nelson
Jamison Crowder.
Aguilar, Sterling Shepard, Michael Pittman. Do you want Jamison Crowder in the 6th? Because that's where I want him.
I
and
love
that's
that
where
he threw Michael
Gormanji wants
Pittman in there with the rest of those guys.
That's who I want. Gormanji, there's your team. All right, you're done. Put it in auto. See you next year.
I love our overreaction of we just drafted Amari Cooper, who's headed to the glue factory. Quick, let's draft the 2 youngest guys in the entire NFL.
They're generational, Pete. This is a generational wide receiver prospect and a generational tight end prospect. Once in a generation.
That's true.
I mean,
It's pretty
Pitts
cool
is
to get
almost
both
a
of them.
generational wide receiver prospect playing tight end.
2 of them.
That's
Dude.
a-
2
that's a
generational
bit
wide
much.
receiver prospects.
Okay.
He had one 8-game breakout season. Let's not call him a generational wide receiver prospect.
I've already had this argument with Pat. He kind of makes a good point.
Hey, Gormanji, come say something in the chat. I know you're lurking. I know.
you're just taking all our tip picks.
I bet he's drinking tea right now, like a really nice herbal tea.
Gormanji's draft is better than our draft.
It
No
is.
shit.
Yeah, of course. But he's just drafting our team, which is why he should be taking Gabriel Davis next.
He's not
Because that's what
drafting
we
our
want.
team. He's drafting a similar team, which I prefer to our team.
Uh,
It's a like our team, but better.
what don't you like about our team?
That it's not
Third round
Gormanji's team.
Our team is good.
Our team
Our
is
team's
fine,
fine.
dude.
Lamb is
fine.
just sexier than Jefferson. DJ
Yeah.
Moore is definitely sexier than Cooper. I mean, Diggs is sexier than Adams. It's a sexier team.
Jefferson and Lamb are like equally sexy. We didn't pick up any sexiness with that one, really.
Yeah.
We
I
are
think-
hammering sexiness in the 4th
I
and
think
5th.
Pitts
No
is
one can
sexier
deny
than
that.
Kittle.
Pitts is a lot sexier than Kittle. That's very true.
Pitts
I
is
don't know.
pure sex.
Gormanji going to be tilting their face off, and Kittle goes on IR week 3.
See,
I mean, we're all going to be broke.
no. I think what you're
Your
missing,
teams are
Jack.
literally this-
They are not. There is
They're literally
a
not the
sex appeal
same.
factor. Yeah, that you're not factoring in.
The sexiness is what matters.
So that's kind of early for Gallup, don't you think? A little bit.
No, I'm just not having this conversation anymore.
That was late.
They're all
That was
early.
late.
No one's early anymore.
Can't believe you guys wouldn't let me take Darrell Henderson and flex my robust muscles.
They're coming.
So
Going back
for the
might be
record,
arguing for here.
well,
That's-
Hasan tapped out first. Hasan wanted Alvin Kamara, so he tapped out first.
Wow.
Ben is tapped out. Ben wanted Daryl Henderson. Pete, me, and Blair are still going strong.
Well, yeah, I just wanted a guy who I think could have 1,000 season, right? Like Cortland Sutton, Michael Gallup. I think
Gormanji, you piece of shit.
Who do you take?
Juju.
Oh,
Yeah, we shouldn't have
Okay.
tipped that one.
I'm going to
Shark?
tap out then. No, I think the pick here is Javante.
I think it is Javante.
Oh my god.
Blair suggested it. Let's
I
get
did.
that on the record. Blair brought it up first.
He's a rookie, though, so that doesn't count.
It very much counts, Blair.
Is-
Your running back credentials have been revoked.
I don't have a receiver here. There's no receivers.
Devonta Smith? Is
hang on.
Devonta Smith
could-
the receiver?
I'd
Kenny
go
Golladay?
Kyler Murray. I'd go
The only
Murray.
guy-
Kyler Murray.
No, I
Or
would. I don't think.
Javante.
No, I don't think Kyler's.
We're not doing it
on.
unstack, Kyler.
I think.
Yeah, if
DJ
anything,
Chark,
we do.
I think.
Dak,
I think
but
DJ
it's
Chark, or Kenny Golladay. Well, I don't want Golladay, but
DJ
DJ
Chark
Chark.
sucks.
No, not Galladay. Not
I do
Chark.
think that Javante's a little tough given how thin wide receivers gotten and that we just went Pitts. Like if we had gone Debo, I'd feel better about Javante, but I'm okay with Javante, but I would prefer Chark.
How about? Oh wait, no, never
I
mind.
really.
It's
I think
Golladay
It's,
over Chark.
it's Javante in 5 seconds, unless you guys.
Take
I think-
How
Javante.
about,
Just take
how about
Javante.
Landry? Is Landry there?
That's
Yeah,
too
Yeah,
early.
Landry's there. Ah.
Landry. I didn't want Landry.
So,
All right.
so I mean, I don't hate it. The issue is, I was thinking Chark might have been the pick, right?
So
Oh,
Chark
Or Will Fuller.
got Urban Meyer came out. Oh, Will Fuller was the pick.
Well, you
Yeah.
guys really didn't need to say that because
It's a little
he would
early
probably
for
come back.
Fuller.
It's a little early.
Yeah, sorry.
Usually
Not
that
anymore.
goes until 7:08. Like right in the 7:08 range is where he goes.
It's letting the people know. I wonder if the ship chasers now feel free. We've paved the way. You can take running backs now. Go away.
We
Go
gave
ahead.
you
Go ahead.
permission. We
This-
give
Well, look,
you a hall
if it-
pass to
This
draft
comment
running
in-
backs.
This comment in the
Specifically
chat
in this
might be
round, in the next round.
If there was any doubt before about whether Gormanji won this draft, there isn't now.
Gormanji, I will let you know though, because you've been taking all of our picks. You owe us about 80% of your equity. Tough scene. I looked it up. It's in the
Tough scene.
Constitution and everything.
the Constitution.
I was like reading the Constitution on the side of the United States of America, and it's like right there.
Yeah, no one reads that. They
Yeah,
just
no
don't
one
read it.
does. It's
So,
crazy.
guys, question posed here, or just a statement by Ross. Meyer hates Chark. He came out and said that he's not very physical and all this stuff. Like Urban Meyer legitimately might not like DJ Chark. And then he goes
Yeah,
and
that's
breaks
a real
his
risk.
hand. Breaks his hand and
Like
proves that
a
he's
soft
not.
person would have.
And
You know what I
then
mean?
he was talking about Colin Johnson, saying Colin Johnson's playing really physical in the jump balls and the contested catches and stuff.
Don't tip our 9th round pick, Gretch.
Colin Johnson coming for DJ Chark's job.
Colin Johnson, sexy as fuck.
Chark is very thin. He's not like heavy.
Right.
And isn't Colin
He put
Johnson
on some weight.
Ooh,
put on some weight? All right. Isn't
He
Colin
did.
Johnson a much-
He put on like 10 pounds of muscle or something. Looking good.
All right. Colin Johnson's 6'6", 222 though, so you got that going for you.
Colin Johnson's interesting. He was injured his whole college career.
So
So we really don't know. He could actually be pretty good. We'd have no idea.
I think you should probably go ahead of DJ Chark in this draft.
you know who should be going ahead of DJ Chark? Tim Tebow.
You a big
Man,
Tebow guy?
he's been getting some buzz, right?
I've been following the news reports from Urban Meyer. How much he loves the guy. I mean, we get like 100 points
There
for
goes
square
Fuller.
circle led, right?
Breaking my heart.
Don't let
I believe we
yourself.
missed that.
Javante
heart
wasn't a bad pick though.
No, it's a totally
Yeah.
fine pick. So I think this is where we kind of break the news to where Will Fuller is dealing with an injury through camp. Sorry.
Put it
Tough
back.
break.
This is where I mean, if you're gonna just take all our tip picks, we're just gonna have to keep the news to ourselves.
The play here is to talk so much shit about DJ Chark that he makes it back to us.
Right. No one wants DJ Chark.
Urban Meyer said he has dainty little fingers.
Right. I heard that as well. Yeah. Question is toughness already. We heard that.
Yeah.
He said he played small.
Yeah.
It's his small little broken hands.
These are all facts, though. Like, this is not like a bit. Like, this is just who DJ Chark is. Trevor Lawrence apparently hates DJ Chark too. Try to run him over.
Unstacked Justin Herbert there is.
I'm starting to feel bad for DJ Chark. Like, why does everyone hate him? Does his own mother like him?
No.
No. She came out today. Didn't you? You didn't hear that?
She's very upset that he's her son.
Rough.
It's rough. Yeah, it's tough stuff, man. So you call him like
looks at him. Yeah, but
yep.
Mama Chark.
Elijah
She's
Moore.
not a fan.
Hassan, how do you feel about Brandon Cooks as a 6th-round pick?
Not gonna lie. The Texans listed Watson as their 4th quarterback, and he's been taking a lot of practice snaps at safety. So good luck. Yeah. So did you guys see the Texans is like depth chart that they came out with today? It was like Deshaun's like listed like QB4, and then like Ingram and Lindsey are listed as like go RB1.
Can we talk about this, Sam, with the Aces comment? Remember when Hassan called Kyle Pitts Kyle Shits? Yeah. What? How do we have Kyle Pitts? This was like your original hot take this offseason.
Oh, you guys, that's right. I'm actually going to be emailing that every time Pitts doesn't score like 20 points a game.
It's going to happen a lot, unfortunately.
It's going to happen quite a lot.
I don't think it'll happen once this season. He averages 30 probably.
Nice.
You guys did see Dak going for a second MRI, right?
Yeah, that just broke. Yeah.
No, that's why we took his number 2 receiver, who's also getting MRIs on the reg.
He's not getting MRIs anymore, Ben.
Oh man! For like a brief moment, I totally forgot Josh Jacobs was in the NFL.
Okay.
Operation Sandbag DJ Chark.
Are we really going to take him?
I mean, it's
if
him or
Shark's
Landry.
here, I will run to the podium.
Him, Landry, and Devonta Smith is still there. I think Devonta Smith, there's a good argument for it because we are really on a rookie run here, and I kind of like the
After Shark, I think we take. Did we get him? We got Shark. Okay, so I won't say who I think.
I think that.
Are you guys good with Shark?
Have Landry over Shark, and I'd have Dak over both of them.
Live a little, man.
Blair, we were debating Chark the last round, and now you've just moved on.
I haven't moved on. I was never on
I think Chark is fine here.
I think Chark is fine. I think he's a higher upside shot than Landry.
I'd say it's a little
He
late.
might be their number 1 wide receiver. It's pretty insane value. I mean,
there's no love for Devonta Smith in this room. Okay.
I like Smith over
Talk
Shark.
about a man with dainty hands that's also injured.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
120 pounds soaking wet, dude.
So nobody would want Dak here.
No.
Dak is. We don't even know if Dak's going to play this year.
That's why we had to draft Mike Cooper.
Well, Amari will like succeed with Ben DiNucci, man. They go out for Italian food all the time.
I still think we see it play out in the FFPC drafts a ton too. There's too much opportunity cost
so much
passing on the skill position players here for the quarterbacks.
Yeah,
The depth at quarterback is so nice.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So take Shark, I guess.
I put Shark in.
All right.
I'm with Blair that if we get it unranked voting, I would have been again with Blair that our actual pick was our third.
Oh my gosh.
Choice.
Gormanji with the absolute killer pick.
And McCall. And then he's gonna
Hang on. We got DJ Shark in the 7th round, and the killer pick is Mecole Hardman in the 7th round, which is like 2 rounds above ADP.
That's exactly where he's going last year. That's exactly where he was going last year.
Wisdom the crowd's a little bit here. Like,
yeah,
we're getting an ADP deal on a wide receiver in a wide receiver heavy room, and that seems just like a certain point you just want to take that.
I would much rather have that than Nicole, I think.
Blair, are we martingaling Mecole Hardman this year? Are we all in again?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you taking him at cost?
Yeah. Above.
What a great interaction. Clip that. Yeah, we're all in. But are you taking the cost?
Because I was taking him back in like the 12th, back in like the 12th. I just can't chase him into the 7th now. I just feel like
I don't think he's going to the 7th.
He's not going in the 7th. That's why you can take him at cost. He's going in like the double-digit rounds.
The lessons from these drafts are so funny.
I know. Well, 7th.
I don't know.
Where is he going on Underdog? Right? Like he's up in ADP after people were like, oh, he's the wide receiver too. Darnell Mooney has seen a lot of helium.
Yeah, he's in the 7th now. Elijah Moore, these training reports, but 704 feels a little rich. It's pretty high ADP.
You were, to Pat's point, you're literally getting a 20 to 25 pick discount on Chark relative to another market that is highly efficient and has Chark as a pick in the low 70s.
So I do have one more wide receiver pick here.
Okay.
I think we have a no-brainer.
Gabriel
Guys, can we make a pact when Gormanji takes Dak that we don't fall over ourselves saying how sick that is? Can we just ignore it?
Gormanji's not going to take Dak. He's going to take.
He's going to take him because he has seating. He's going to take Dak.
I know, and I'm telling you to remain cool, and you're not.
I won't. I won't remain cool.
I don't think he will because there's a player I want more than Dak.
What you're doing right now.
I'm going to talk about how good his team is.
I told Pat not to cream in his pants. He's like, "Oh my god,
never seen anyone cream so hard."
It's gonna be so good.
Shit, I actually have a running back that I like here. Fuck. I have a running back that I like here.
I
We
can't
can't take
handle
another
it.
running back. We already got one.
Oh my god.
Get it together, Pat." Jesus Christ.
I love his team so much.
You sound like you're stoned out of your mind.
Wow. Look, man, look.
Like you've been blazing for the entire draft.
His team's so good.
$805 did it. He put us out of the misery.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Oh.
Unstacked.
I couldn't
Oh
handle
no.
that.
There's one pick that if Gormanji makes, I will be sounding like that.
I mean, his team is. That guy's team at 1 is really good too.
Yeah, it is. We haven't said anything about it, but it's really, really good.
He got a second-round running back in the 5th round that everyone wants to pretend is not a second-round running back for some reason.
Hasan,
Yeah, well, that's enough.
Hasan, is it
You
the player
forgetting
you
about
DM'd?
Xavier Jones?
Sorry.
Is it the player you're excited about, the one you just DM'd us?
I just threw him out there, but if he does, yes, then it might be like a pretty sick squad, right?
Would you say you're kind of entering the cream zone if he takes him?
I would say that.
Blair just responded to the group chat to Hasan's suggestion with no.
Oh well, but I will say there's one wide receiver pick that I like a lot over here.
Somebody, well, we won't say it.
All right, Gormanji's on the clock.
Pick, so we can't say it.
It
I know
is.
who he's
Amazing
gonna take
pick.
already.
Dorian Stoker.
Oh!
Yeah.
I've never been so mad Landry got taken, but we got 3 rookies already. I mean, it would have been nice to get Landry there. That would have been a really good wide receiver 6.
It would have.
Would have been nice to get Landry last round.
I think we still have somebody here.
Yeah, I think we do.
Damn.
Do we?
Who is it?
Say it.
What about Jalen Waddle?
He's
Jalen
already
Waddle's
gone.
gone.
At the end of
Oh,
the
he
season.
went. Oh, I missed him going. Sorry.
Damn it, Pat.
Oh, there
All
it
right.
is. So Gormanji took the guy that.
Who is it by ADP? It's like Curtis Samuel by ADP. I mean, it's not.
No,
I
it's-
actually
it's
don't hate
Henry
Ruggs. Don't hate Ruggs here. Hasan's suggestion.
No.
Okay.
I say Chase Edmonds or Trey Sermon.
Oh, come on.
I'm really out on Edmonds at cost.
We already have one running back. That's too many.
Russ, I know we joke around a lot, guys. It's too early for Henry Ruggs.
I honestly don't. I mean, that's my vote.
Ruggs?
So I have in the queue right now. Yeah.
Jesus.
I like Ruggs.
I would do
Ruggs is my vote.
Edmonds in the 8th. Edmonds in the 8th seems like pretty good value.
I agree.
I don't know. Eno's getting buzz.
I got nothing over here. Whatever you guys.
Currently,
Let's do it. Let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. Who wants Ruggs?
We got 10 seconds.
Ruggs.
Ruggs.
I abstain.
I'm Edmonds. How are you abstaining, Ben?
Pat, what's your vote?
I wasn't ready. I wanted Landry. Landry messed me up.
I voted Ruggs.
Yeah,
All
Ruggs.
I was trying to find a good ADP list to come up
Redemption.
with a good alternative. I found one that we should have taken instead of Ruggs.
So,
Yeah, I found it now, and he's actually available, and we definitely should have taken him instead of Ruggs.
Who are you talking about?
We should have taken Edmonds, is what we should have done. But
No.
Who are you thinking?
that's
I
a
just
great
put it-
idea.
I just put it in our
Great idea.
chat.
Yeah.
That's who we should
No,
have
he's
taken.
gone. He's
No.
gone. He
Gone.
went
Okay.
at
He's gone.
7-10.
Yeah.
7-10. Or
703.
7-3.
703. Okay.
Right next to
Yeah,
Herbert, yeah.
Marquise
That because that would have been I would have wanted him over Ruggs anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So the guy who we were discussing was Hollywood Brown. I posted Hunt just because that's a pretty good pick. I am actually convinced Gormanji is one of us. It's not me. I'm convinced it's either Pete or Gretsch or Blair. There's no
Pat.
way. Or it could be Pat. Pat could be drafting twice.
They
I'm just
did a main
not-
event with him.
Yeah, we did a main event with Gormanji. Drafting with him
Yeah.
was a lot more fun than drafting against him.
Yeah. That's Gormanji is who I like talk to in the DMs. Like his username's at Pete Overzet, but he calls himself Gormanji. I don't know, man. No, it's a good team. For me to poop on.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's right.
Cheers to taking Henry Ruggs pretty
Yeah.
early.
I need some booze.
Rondell Moore went. That's who I post
Ooh,
Ruggs.
that's what I was
I was
thinking, but
hoping
I was
he'd come
hoping.
back.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest him.
We were all hoping he'd come back.
Is Willis making a statement with that Mike Davis as his RB1 pick?
I think Ruggs was
I love
actually, or
that
at
you
least a
said-
wide receiver there was the right call, I think.
You said Chase Edmonds or Trey Sermon, and then they both go like the next
Yeah,
week.
just dipping the picks.
I mean,
All right.
Chase Edmonds' ADP on Underdog is 76 or 77, and Henry Ruggs is 112. If you want to know what the market thinks about the difference. on
Yeah,
those
but also,
This
but
is-
also
But there's like no wide receivers left after this.
yeah.
No, there's an entire tier of wide receivers where Henry Ruggs goes. Michael Pittman, Russell Gage, Marvin Jones, Rashad Bateman, Devontae Parker, Emmanuel Sanders. All of those guys go in the same range as Ruggs.
Yeah, but like with best ball, a lot of people tend to
Most
lean
of them are
towards
terrible
this
at Bateman's
perceived but like they just lean to this perceived safety
Henry
of getting the
Ruggs
running
is-
backs.
The most likely outcome is Henry Ruggs is awful.
Yep.
And the most likely
And he
outcome
was still
for,
the right pick.
No, the most likely outcome for Chase Edmonds is he is the lead back in an offense that's going to score a ton of points.
The median outcome for Chase Edmonds is that he's probably like Devin Singletary from last year, where he's overdrafted, and Kyler's going to take those rushing touchdowns. Just how it goes.
Owned.
Well, Ben abstained. There really was no consensus possible. So I figured.
Ben, do
we
you
had
agree
two
with
votes.
that?
No, I think Edmonds has more upside than that.
Then why didn't you vote?
You guys got ideological. It's fine.
No,
I have fun with
I
it. But
don't
Ruggs
think-
over Edmonds is egregious.
I
Honestly,
don't. Yeah.
it is.
Nah.
It really is.
There's still, but to your point in every other draft we do, there's still always going to be running back value later.
Yeah, that's
But
the
I'm
thing. There's
telling
going to be running back value.
I will play the 2v2 with the running back we take and the wide receiver available around there.
Okay. I don't think you're going to hate the 2v2, man.
Yeah, I mean, like the issue with chasing Chase, for lack of a better word, is that it really just feels like you're chasing Singletary from last year. It just does.
I think that's it's completely different too. I mean, how many goal line carries did Kenyon Drake get last year? The Cardinals actually used the running backs at the goal line. The Bills didn't do that at all.
Edmonds has one career goal line carry. Might not be him getting that work.
It could just be James Conner.
but it also is. I mean, I don't think the Singletary comp is the right way to then have that argument. If you want to make the pro James Conner thing, then we should have that conversation. But I don't think Singletary is a good comp for Edmonds.
I think it's a fine comp. I think it's a fair comp. He could get kind of pushed into a
1A, 1B.
down. Yeah, 1A, 1B thing.
I mean, Singletary is literally my most owned running back on Underdog, so it feels weird arguing against him. But if I could flip and have my most owned running back be Chase Edmonds at the cost I get Devin Singletary, I would do it a million times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Devin Singletary entering last year, not entering this year. We thought he might be the lead back last year.
Yeah, that's what you're doing with Chase Edmonds right now, because like the Arizona beat reporters are like, that's a 1A 1B situation. That's how they've been playing it out, like in all of the training camp.
Yeah, I don't know, and I would say the Bills investing a 3rd round pick in Zach Moss be compared to them signing James Conner shows more intent.
That's fair. What are we gonna do here? I don't like anything.
Well, we can continue to get
chat going. Go check our chat. Me and Blair and Hasan are talking in the chat.
I already hate this 2v2.
Yeah, you're gonna hate it.
It's like, why? How do you guys talk yourself into this running back around later?
I think we might want to go wide receiver again.
Yeah. I have a wide receiver.
We're gonna put. I think immediately capitulating after passing on Chase Edmonds in the 8th and get a running back in the 9th. It's normally in the 9th. Like, we got to commit to this, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not talking to a running back after passing on Edmonds.
No, it's a good point. If you make a mistake, the best thing to do is to compound that mistake and keep going down that road. Yeah, don't. If we all agree that it made a mistake, let's keep making that mistake.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That is a really good play. Oh, Willis. If you want to comp from Mike, unfortunately for MT season, it might just be AJ Green season from 2 years ago. Where
you guys don't let me take. I'm just kidding. No, Gormanji's going to take the guy that I want to take, and I'm going to go.
He's going to take Gabriel Davis.
Gormanji's team's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, losing to us. That's right.
Who do you guys have?
Marcus Holloway goes.
I said who I wanted in the chat. I think he's a better pick than Ruggs.
I'm 100% in agreement with Pete. Let's do it. Let's do it, please.
So about
you know it's the right call in your heart of hearts. You know it.
Bateman is a roster clogger.
Bateman's hurt.
Bateman's hurt.
He's not a roster clogger, but he's not a good value here.
He's not a good value. We know who the good value is. Please,
we need a discount on.
I think the running back I just said is on the same level as Chase Edmonds.
All right. I agree with Gretsch on the running back side. On the wide receiver side, maybe we can get who we're thinking of coming back.
If no one else is
I think we go Pittman.
Then we can go receiver.
I think Pittman's a smash here.
Pittman's a smash.
Pittman's. I mean, we just got the report today that Wentz is probably going to be back for week 1.
Yeah, along with whatever the tackle is, Quentin Nelson.
We probably should have taken Pittman over Ruggs.
Yes,
but look! It worked out. It worked out. When you're not tipping your picks, it works out.
Gormanji, killing us.
What the hell? Son of a bitch!
Ben is officially going to join Gormanji's team. Am I wrong in the chat?
In our chat, pre-drafting,
weren't you guys voting Moss in here and not Dylan?
No,
I said Dylan first.
I suggested Moss, but everyone else.
Why Dylan was better than Moss?
You guys, I think you also got we got to take advantage of the Moss ankle injury just came out. He's gonna slide around. Same with the Bateman thing. Like, you can get Bateman in 2 rounds if you want him. I think we got to play the market.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
no, you can't.
Well, but that's not a good pick in the 9th.
It's not.
For your fourth wide receiver as Rashad Bateman. I mean, tough as scenes, dude.
I'm still interested in Bateman. We have him on main event teams. I assume Pete's going to try to drop him, and I'm going to fight him on that. But I don't want to be drafting Bateman anywhere near where we were getting before. I mean, you got to get a discount. He might miss 2-3 weeks of the season.
He's a 14th round pick now.
Yeah, it's a 14th round pick.
Yeah.
Well, Russell Gage just went one pick behind him, so this might be where he belongs in this draft.
Well, I feel like we're kind of in the 12th round in terms of the wide receivers, so it still honestly feels a little early.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when, like, it's kind of like what Pat was saying at the start of the stream, where you just keep taking wide receivers and then you just run out of them.
Broadly, I do like structurally that we went receiver there. I'm obviously always.
I think it was the correct move.
Beloved AJ Dillon, but I think we're going to be fine at running back, and it was smart to get, like, I don't even like Pittman, and I don't like Ruggs, but it was smart to get 2 second-year receivers that have upside and potential. Like, I'm glad we're at 7 receivers now. I'm legitimately glad.
I do
Also,
think
like, the running backs on the board are pretty good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like now there's like
Right.
like it's like I was saying, like at the top of the draft, like it's genuinely kind of flat between like a lot of those early guys and like the running back value, and then when you get to this at this page, it's just the same, right?
Yeah, and Pete's right. I mean, we broke a tier with Ruggs, so then why not sit in that tier and grab another guy in it? You know, rather than take a guy from the tier that just started at running back.
Yeah, because and that's the thing.
Except for AJ Dillon is in a tier above Chase Edmonds, and also Josh Jacobs, and probably right around Mike Davis. That's a little much.
Gretch, you should have 100% AJ Dillon.
I might by the end of this draft.
So, yeah. Hey, out of curiosity, like, were you heavily drafting Darrell, like, back when he was like RB 46 or 42 or whatever the hell he was, like a few weeks ago?
We have him on both of our main event.
Henderson. Yeah, I listened to that because like I was getting like secondhand anxiety. I was like, "Are you guys gonna get Henderson or not?" It was on the same day the news broke.
Tried not to. Shelley, who's in this draft, also passed on him. So thank you.
What team is Shelley?
I think he might be 11. He's somewhere down. He's somewhere down on the back half of the board.
Okay, I don't.
He might be 10, 11, or 12. I can't remember.
Those look like initials that could end in at 11. They could be. Yeah.
All right, Manny Sanders goes.
Manny Sanders? Oh, he's in Buffalo.
Gormanji takes Pollard.
There's a few running backs that are pretty good.
Yeah.
Damian Harris is pretty nice here.
Zach Moss.
I'm on Zach Moss. Over Damian.
I like
Sony
Damian.
Michel's having a really good camp.
Do we have too many wide receivers already?
I would also do a wide receiver.
I'm down to do.
I'm thinking Rager.
I think Moss.
Yeah, I agree.
I would vote Moss over Rager or Harris personally.
I'm ambivalent there.
I think the running backs in this pocket are significantly better than the wide receivers. I won't fight on Moss over Harris. Harris is a very good value here, but if we prefer Moss, that's fine. I mean, the ankle injury, I'd want more of a discount. I think he's legitimately at risk.
I think Harris is like a borderline smash. What's the
I wasn't really thinking about Moss's injury. That's actually a fair point.
It's and it's a hamstring, but yeah.
If it's I might prefer just Damian then.
I think Damian's a smash.
What is the report that like Michel's having a great camp and they're gonna like 1A, 1B? Stoney Michel should be getting drafted in every draft.
You never like taking
and I've been taking him.
Patriots guys early.
I know that's what I don't.
They
like
never do
it.
what you think.
It's not
this
early.
Isn't early though.
It's the 10th round.
It's the 10th round.
I mean, it's earlier than any other. It's the earliest any Patriots running back is going.
Yeah, but at this point, like we're plugging this dude into our starting lineup. He's like we're getting the most out of Damian Harris.
This 5-minute draft has us landing on guys
okay with
that
Harris.
none of
I like
us
Harris.
really want that much. Like we have Ruggs, Pittman, and Harris. Why does any of us draft this team?
I was being polite, but Harris is a sledgehammer level pick here in the 10th round for this.
So how do you feel about the 2v2?
Stop being polite.
Yeah. How do you feel about the 2v2?
What? The 2v2? Edmonds
You're gonna hate
Harris and Ruggs versus Edmonds and Rager, let's say.
That's a smash for Edmonds and Rager.
No,
yeah, it's Edmonds and Rager.
Actually, I'm surprised you guys are going Rager there over.
What
Gimme.
the?
No. For me, it's Ruggs and Harris.
It means Ruggs and Harris.
Yeah.
I think Rager and Ruggs are basically the same bet.
No, to me, it's
No way.
It's Edmonds and Terrace Marshall, and I'll take that to the bank.
Blair's still thinking about hand size. The guy didn't get more than 5 targets.
Plus,
in
Ruggs was actually efficient last year, and Rager was not.
Okay. Terrace Marshall?
Quarterbacks were His
That's what I'm
quarterbacks
saying.
were some of the least efficient quarterbacks.
Why
like,
didn't we take Terrace
ever.
Marshall?
Because
Why?
we could have taken Edmonds and then grabbed Terrace Marshall there, and it would have been perfect.
We could have taken
No.
Ruggs and Terrace Marshall.
I
Man,
abstained.
I
Pete,
have.
so you
I
can't be mad
don't.
at me. I didn't vote.
I think Damian Harris was a smash pick there. If I'm being like genuinely honest, and I don't. I wasn't even thinking of him as a running back. I just
What were you thinking about as a tight end?
Yeah,
no, I
he does
wasn't
play
thinking
running
of a
back.
tight end. I was thinking Gormanji. You done goofed, boy. You really fucked up, man. AJ Dillon and Tony Pollard. Good luck, dog. Let us get Damian Harris.
The thing is, what Blair said, the Patriots never do what you think they're going to do. I never, like, I think we're back to don't draft the first Patriots runner. Like, I think Michelle is not that much different of a bet than Harris, and you could get him in the last round probably.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Ben. I also think, and I think I've seen Reeves mention this on Twitter a handful of times, but he thinks that we could potentially see Cam in like goal line packages, which, I mean, yeah, I can see that happening too. But
Oh, you mean even if they go to Mac Jones?
Yeah, but I really do
Yeah.
believe Pete's been grinding the practices, hiding out in his crow's nest. Really got a bird's eye view here. So
Oh, Jacoby Myers.
That hurts.
that hurts.
Really hoping Jacoby would make it back around.
Love to get the wide receiver 4 on New England.
Yeah.
Ooh. Not a Jacoby Myers fan, I see.
Do you see how much money they put into Nelson Aguilar and who is the other guy? Demir Baird. Is it Demir
This
Baird?
is the slowest draft
Yeah,
ever.
Bourne, Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne. Yeah, I always confuse
Yeah.
the two. They're the same player.
Have we now made 4 straight picks that we collectively didn't like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
This is
No,
probably
I think,
gonna be our
the
best
shark
team yet,
the shark
so, you
one.
know.
I would have made the shark one on my own. That's like a no-brainer to me.
And
I
Blair
definitely
would have
would've
made the
put Ruggs
Ruggs
on my
one.
own.
And
Blair
I
would
would
have
have
made the
made
Ruggs
the
one.
Pittman
He
and
would have made
Harris
the
on
Pittman
mine.
one.
no.
Yeah.
I would have made all those picks. I think it's a really good team. Like at some point, you just
Look, I'm glad to have exposure to a whole lot of guys that I'm not going to have other exposure to. So I'm pumped about that. You got to diversify. You're not player takes are you're never right.
Are you really asking this? We've been arguing about every pick for a full fucking 90 seconds. How are we? I'm shocked we're in the 10th, to be honest.
but that's because there's 5 of us. It's the Pentagon.
I think that Team
I love
3
that.
is also at least 3 managers, so they're probably arguing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Team 3 is a Team 3 is 3.
I keep seeing Pete take
See,
shots, and I
James-
drink the rest of my whiskey, and I'm very bummed about that.
You need to get the kid beer mules on it.
I mean, they're watching a movie. I went and got my 2 beers tonight, but I want some whiskey.
Team 12, if you're in the chat, respect for taking Gabriel Davis.
Yeah, you were really trying to manifest that one into existence, Hasan.
I really like what 12
Yeah,
did
like
here.
Davis.
Look how long they waited for.
Yeah.
Regardless of all the players,
Yeah.
the structure that I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about your players, but I love the structure.
I'm worried about all the players you took, but I do love your structure.
I like the color of your draft.
Your draft is colored beautifully.
You know who we got to take? Oh,
I mean,
Put
you
it
know
in the
I'm
group
gonna go.
chat.
Put it in the chat.
group chat.
yeah.
It's never who I'm
Blair,
thinking
Blair's
of.
already on it. Me and Blair on a mind melt tonight.
I've been saying him for 3 rounds in the chat.
Really? I'm not really into it.
Really?
Yeah. It's a managed league.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
sit back.
Yeah. Just chill.
Just sit on back.
We have a really good backstop.
Pete's gonna PayPal $20. He doesn't make it till later. I love it.
No clues, because these guys will try to make me pay $20.
We're taking a screenshot.
I mean, Pete's good for it, but just don't let
I mean,
people
Blair,
snipe it.
Blair,
Don't
look at
spoil
the
it.
board. Look at the teams. Look what they might be
No,
doing
I
with
agree.
their builds.
I think you're right.
Okay. Gormanji's going to take him. You know it.
No, he's not.
Gormanji doesn't make mistakes like that.
Yeah, Gormanji does smart stuff, not dumb stuff.
All right. Well,
I actually know who Gormanji is going to take. It's not him, so you don't need to worry about that.
Dude, Hasan, you just
then
broke my soul.
who's it going to be?
You just broke my soul.
Yeah, we can't go with Hasan's suggestion.
That was just
Literally the last guy that we could draft.
You can say that one out loud, Hasan.
Me doing a bit in the wrong.
Oh, Willis! What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
This is a truly, truly gross spot.
Oh, this is the worst spot I've ever been in
Fellas,
my life.
we've been in worse. We've been in worse. This is what
Actually,
happened.
I'm with. Actually, no, I don't know. Nothing here.
Ooh, yes, yeah, I like the
See if
two
I
running
do
backs you guys threw out there. Yeah,
We can talk. We're on the clock.
yeah, we are. So, who do you want?
No,
We're
I
looking
don't-
at
I
running
don't-
back? We're looking at
want-
running back here.
You don't want Gus?
Gus is my pick. My
I would do Gus.
I think
I don't
Gus-
like Gus
Gus
as much
kinda
to
makes
manage
sense to me
because,
still.
like, what is the week? Like,
Yeah.
what's the upside? I like him
I
better.
think that
The upside is he's
prefer,
literally in our
Justice
starting
Hill over
lineup.
Gus.
week 1.
Week 1.
He's in our starting lineup week 1, no question, because Javante's not going to be.
Yeah.
Isn't
Pete, I can't
Singletary
get this to get in the queue.
Isn't Singletary the exact same play, but if Moss misses time, he gets 80% of the snaps, like he always has?
Yeah. A lot more upside there, I think.
I don't agree. I think if J.K. Dobbins goes down, Edwards is outscoring by like a
Edwards-
Gus is
considerable
not
amount.
catching passes. Gus is
I'm
not
also
catching
just
passes.
begging you guys to
Worth those
play the room.
tutties.
Like Devin
Yeah,
Singletary's there in the 13th.
Yeah, he will be there in the third. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm begging you, Blair. You got to get in some drafts, man. You can't just be firing players from the hip. You can get these guys at values.
Or
yeah,
at the
but I
very
also
least-
don't want to draft guys that I think have no value.
Or at least be a homer.
Gus
for
has
anyone
value.
from
He's our week 1 starter.
Yeah.
What? Wait,
yeah.
why is he our week 1 starter?
It
Because we're
is a
not trying to
tradition.
Javonte
for-
Williams isn't going to be our starter. Javonte Williams is probably playing some shitty backup role week 1.
Nah.
I think
It is a tradition on our squads to get like 2 points from our RB2. So I think the Edwards pick makes sense from that perspective.
That was a great bird. 26 rushing yards and no catches in week 1 are going to be awesome for 2.6 points.
Have some
Wow.
faith.
Anytime I can get the third leading rusher on his own offense, I feel good about it personally. Behind the quarterback and the number 1 running back.
That's
And
cheating.
don't forget about Justice Hill.
Yeah, he might also fall behind Justice Hill.
I will say 103.
Say it.
I don't know, man.
I will say, I don't know.
Like,
man.
Nelson Aguilar is a starting wide receiver on a team that like signed 2 big name free agents. Big name tight end in the tight end in free agency.
Paris Campbell is another.
It's a fine pick for where it is and what the wide receiver room really does look like, but like,
This team has to be destroying Kevin because Kevin is a big 0 RB guy, and he must have gotten bullied into a different construction tonight.
What team is that? 2?
Team 3.
Team 3.
Team 3. Yeah.
yeah. So you got Kamara and CH, then you get Chris Carson, in the third ahead of.
I mean,
Terrell
Jackson
Henderson.
Andrews stack is sweet if he started with a bunch of receivers, but
Yeah, but like I would have swapped. I would have taken Henderson instead of Chris Carson. Would you not agree?
I would have taken a
take
wide
Henderson
receiver.
over Carson.
But just as a running back 1v1 there, right? Like, and
Yeah.
I don't mean to be critiquing, but this is just kind of how I or like where we're not done, but like it's how I draft, I guess. Ooh, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That feels early, guys.
Does feel a little early.
Unironically, that's very early.
I'm like seriously sweating a wide receiver. But I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna just put him in the chat.
Yeah,
I thought we were gonna give Blair his pick here.
We
I
are.
can't
We
make
are.
the
But
same
then
$20
but
bet
then in
on the
the
other one.
13th round, I went.
Let me see this shit.
Am I right, Pat?
Oh,
Why are you going to ruin that for me?
So Francis is
I
asking.
go over
Why
here
you gotta ruin
happily
that
about
for
to
me?
type it in, and I just look and I go, yeah, of course it is.
Because I've been thinking
couldn't type
about
it.
it for a little bit too.
All
We're on the same page.
right. I didn't know if you were just guessing who it was going to be for me or
No,
if you
no,
were
no.
into it.
I've been thinking we
if
could
you're
wait.
into it, then I'm happy about it.
I've been thinking we could wait though.
I don't know if we can.
Maybe we can't.
I don't think we can.
It's close. Both of the guys we've discussed here, I think, are very much at risk at not making it back. So we would need to prioritize.
And I will tip our pick. It is someone who plays in the NFL.
I also like. I don't care if we miss the guy Blair wants because I think there's like lots of other options. I'm sorry, Blair.
That was so mean.
It was perfectly mean. Perfectly mean.
So Francis is asking, why would Henderson go over Carson? More workload concerns, injury concerns are almost equal to Carson. So for me, I kind of don't really think too much about like injury, like all like running backs tend to get hurt. It's just the nature of the game. Henderson has shown staying power as an actual RB1. I mean, part of the reason why Akers really did explode down the stream, like down the stretch last season, was because Henderson missed time. Like he just gets these like bizarro injuries, and you kind of want to be more invested in on the Rams. I feel it's a very similar-ish game. I mean, like the usage trees are fairly narrow, but Carson's also kind of ceded work to all of the other randos. Whereas I'm not as concerned about Xavier Jones and is it Raymond Calais? Who are some of the other rando guys that are on the Rams right now?
Jake Funk.
Oh, yeah. I was never gonna guess that. Yeah, so it's just I think like all else equal, like you kind of want to be taking Henderson where you'd be taking Akers. Like there's just no reason for you not to be doing that.
I don't agree. I think they were going to use Henderson as. I was excited about Henderson when he first came, but the indications since have been like they're probably going to use him closer to Mostert than they were about to use Akers. Like it's going to be he's like a speed back. I think he's going to have a bigger role than Mostert does, but I think it'll be closer to that than the workhorse role they were about to give away to Akers.
I mean, I agree with that too. I guess I just I'm just not buying that. Like so then like are Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp undervalued then?
I think so. I've been trying to get more exposure to them.
I've been trying to get more Kupp for sure.
Woods is so expensive, and I don't ever want to pass on DJ Moore.
Yeah,
so
yeah, and Woods also like had a pretty rough stretch last year for a very long time.
yeah.
AJ Green in the 12th. You just love to see it, man. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sammy Watkins, AJ Green. Just
All right. One more pick till we're up on the clock here.
you can tell things are getting serious because there's a lot of back channeling going on.
Now,
Yeah.
Pete, you do not owe Blair any money, but it doesn't mean we have to take the pick.
Oh
I
my
vote
god!
Jim
Oh
McCain.
my god!
So I'm gonna announce it because I do think we should take Joe Burrow because the one team that doesn't have a quarterback on that side of board, well, two of them, is the Tyler Boyd owner as his first wide receiver, and I think we're very at risk of losing him there.
I just
And
don't care if we lose Burrow because we also have there's Lawrence. Like
There are other options.
Hurts is
but
still available.
But
There's so
but
many
Burrow
other
has
options.
way more upside than any of those guys.
No, he doesn't.
Lance.
Hurts runs,
Yes, he
and
does.
Lawrence runs too.
Let's
Pat,
give
in a
Blair
scenario
this one.
where
Pat.
in the scenario where Chase is worth the fourth pick, Burrow is a smash here because we know Higgins is good. We know Boyd is good. We already committed to Chase in the fourth round. That is going to be an awesome offense if Chase is worth that pick.
Burrow
We've already
runs,
made this
and he's
bet.
going to throw 700 times.
I think we've already made this bet, and it's like a really he's going to be good.
This is he was not safe to come back, and I think we
Siegel told me tonight because we're doing a dynasty startup. There's a scenario where Burrow and Superflex, in his mind, he thinks Burrow could be the 102
Byron Pringle
in Superflex, next season.
Byron Pringle, baby.
Like he's
Byron
very much
Pringle.
on the upside too.
I don't know. He's coming up an ACL tear. He's probably not going to run a bunch. Jalen Hurts is here. Trevor Lawrence is here. Like Tom Brady's still here. Like there is a ton of quarterbacks.
No. But Pat, that goes
against
someone timed out and they like reversed the pick. What happened?
Yeah.
So
they got Watkins.
That was back there.
I get the concept of stacking, but like there's just a lot of opportunity cost in passing one of the wide receivers.
And I don't think the opportunity cost at this range is similar to sometimes the opportunity cost of the wide receivers in a regular FFPC draft. And the whole thing we say with the quarterback things is take really, really big cuts because the safety net on the waiver wire is fine. So there is the downside case for Burrow, but the upside case is very, very evident. So why not take that swing? If he's dust, we'll get fucking Kirk Cousins on the waiver or whatever.
Yeah.
I
get that part of
it.
Swing.
I think we already took the swing with the Chase pick.
When we
really
picked Chase, right?
But
I get the argument, but it's like we passed on Dak, right? We already made the bet with Cooper, so we've passed on some other stacks. We have DJ Shark, so we've already bet on Trevor Lawrence as well. We've got other guys with big upside swings. So like the idea of like take a quarterback with a big swing, that's pretty easy when you have Jalen Hurts on the board, when you have Trevor Lawrence on the board. Those guys have a ton of upside. I think, but like you want to talk about who could be the 102 in Superflex? Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence could be he's probably the best quarterback prospect, better quarterback prospect than Andrew Luck, probably.
Yeah, but Pat, the opportunity cost, like on Underdog or FFPC, when you're passing on Burrow, like you're in the range where like you're passing on him for a Rondell Moore or a Henry Ruggs. The wide receiver we're discussing here is not that caliber and not that same opportunity cost.
Yeah,
but I don't really prefer Burrow over these guys to begin with. Now, if you have the stack, sure, but like to me, Burrow does not have more upside. Yeah, but we also have a stack with Lawrence. I think Lawrence has more upside than.
Why are you so down on Burrow? I mean, I think that's a key part of this. I'm interested
because he's not gonna run at all. He's talking about how he's still getting his pocket presence back. He's not gonna run. Like I don't know. He's a immobile quarterback behind a bad offensive line. Like maybe the pure upside case is there. I get the idea of like he's got the wide receivers. He looked pretty good at times last year. Very prolific passer in college.
And I don't even
maybe he is more mobile than I'm thinking.
Do you think? The mobile thing is interesting because he's come off a big knee injury. I agree. He's not going to have an easy time running, but like he was pretty close to Dak in terms of rushing yards per game. Last year he was at 14 yards per game. Dak's career average is 19 yards per game. Like, why aren't we talking about Dak not running then? Because Dak's coming off a similar knee injury.
Can we actually talk about like the one thing?
Oh God, our guy went.
Well, obviously he was going to go. There's no wide receivers left.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like when Byron Pringle's going earlier than Dynamite, that's a big mistake. But can we just talk about like really quickly? You've been talking, and let me just see what happens here. 112. Are you even in the chat? Are you listening to this? Is this thing on?
112. What? Why are you trying to talk to 112?
Well, because
Pat's now just took the wheels for 112.
Because Trey Lance and Justin Fields both went earlier than Trevor Lawrence, who was a 101 and a locked-in 17-game starter from like week 1. That was my point.
That's weird.
That apparently doesn't have any upside, even though he runs, even though he's super fast.
Lawrence? No, Lawrence has upside.
Lawrence is super fast.
So really, the 1v1 there was Burrow
and didn't
Lawrence.
Come off an ACL tear.
Right. Well, sure, but
the offenses are such a different question. I mean, like we know that Cincinnati is going to be aggressive, and we already made the bet on that.
That's true. They're going to pass a lot, but we already made a bet on Jacksonville too. Like that's we got. It's the same.
But look at how low we got DJ Chark.
I think it's a different thing. I think it's a different thing.
Well, Josh is coming here. That's beautiful, Josh.
Sorry.
17 rushing touchdowns for Lawrence.
I mean,
2 seasons.
I think I wrote that up in my Stealing Signals on the AFC South. I'm not denying that Lawrence is good, but like,
there is a world where you're going to see more James Robinson and Travis Etienne really kind of getting more work.
Plus, we don't even know if Jacksonville is going to have a good offense. Really, there's. There's
name
a scenario
one thing
where
Urban Meyer has done right this like offseason as a head coach.
Yeah.
Draft Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but anyone could have done that. Like you don't need to be in the NFL.
Honestly, you want to hear? I don't know if there's a hot take, but here's one thing: draft a running back in the first round and then basically convert him to wide receiver. Because if you're going to take him in the first round, he should be a wide receiver. So the whole thing with ETN, I'm kind of with it. Like, all right, I took him, and now I'm gonna throw to him because throwing's more valuable.
It's a good take.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I will say,
look at where Devin Singletary went. We were right.
We went 3 rounds without a QB pick, and Lance was gonna start some QB picks. I was also feeling that, and we did have 3 more picks.
Oh shit, we're up.
I don't think Burrow would have made it back.
We're
either.
up.
No, Burrow was not making it.
And Lawrence might have not either. They all
you guys were actually right because we would have missed both of them. So we had to take one. So you guys were right. We should have taken a quarterback. What do we do now?
Shit.
I think we take Hamler. We take KJ Hamler.
That's fine. Yeah,
we could take Nyheim Hines.
That's interesting too.
MVS, any interest?
No, I'd prefer Hamler.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I like
Hamler
and Hines.
There are a couple running backs who are still on the board that I think are interesting. So
Hines we're getting a big discount on. He's getting the 13th. But Hamler's probably one of the last viable wide receivers who's even worth drafting.
He's the last receiver I'd pick now that Nico went off too with the Yami. That's why I said him out loud. I probably should have wrote it in the chat.
Let's go Hamler because we're done at wide receiver.
We're done.
Truly, there's nothing left.
I have one more. I have one more if you guys would indulge me on this one.
Yeah, I underestimated the chances that both quarterbacks would go, so mea culpa on that. Taking one of them there was the right move.
So I actually want to push back on this idea and this whole thing. There's comments in the chat. First of all, you can start 5 wide receivers in this league, right, Pat? Or is it 4? 4 wide receivers in this league. Still, when you're talking about only having 7, 8 wide receivers, the hit rates on these, a couple of these guys are going to get hurt. A couple of them are going to be a bust. You're trying to take shots on guys. What does Sean always say? That can be top 15 wide receivers. I don't think Hamler can be a top 15 wide receiver, but he could be a top 24 wide receiver in his best case scenario. We need stabs at that in this build.
Why can't he be Curtis Samuel? Why can't he play more over the middle, play out of the slot?
It'd definitely be a top 20.
Yeah.
It's hard, but we do need a viable crack at it.
There goes Hines.
I will say, Josh did say I think the urban narrative is a bit crazy, especially when I can't tell you one thing about Zach Taylor other than his.
You gotta get Josh on here. Josh in the chat, just killing it.
Yeah.
Look! I think the 101's in the chat because Luca took MVS and Hines. What's up, 101? Love your team. Kind of.
I mean, you want to talk about who would have liked our team? Josh, when we took Damian Harris.
So
he was screaming for us.
He was screaming.
So Josh is right. I mean, Zach Taylor, man, he really, guy sucks. He does throw a lot. Emblematic. He's emblematic of the Bengals' organization.
This comment by Josh.
He's like, I'm Gorman.
He's Gormanji.
Right. Then explain Pollard and Traquan Smith and Lance and Madison. Toughest scenes.
Lance.
I think all of those are fine picks. Lance. He's got a Lance double stack. Hasan. It's fucking
His team is really good.
That's so nice. It's not overcorrelated.
I refuse to cream my pants to Gormanji's team.
He's absolutely overcorrelated. One of those is a cancel out the other.
One of them's a tight end. It doesn't, he doesn't even need that much. The position's so
and
crappy.
Matthew Stafford.
All right, that I don't like. You could have.
How drunk is Hasan with these takes?
Dude, this is just me.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Gio here?
I like Gio.
I like Gio.
I
think he's a good pick for our team.
I just wrote in a private chat that I think he's a better pick than Hines straight up.
Yeah, straight up. Absolutely.
There you go.
All right. I'm drafting Gio.
I love Nyheim Hines. I had a ton of him last year, but receiving backs just broadly, they're highly volatile year over year. They're very dependent on situation. They're dependent on their QB. Hines had a boost from Rivers last year. He wasn't that great in 2019. And Gio, we're just not talking enough about how he's so obviously going to be Tom Brady's passing back.
But don't you think, wouldn't you rather have Hines at the same price, which this almost was? Because Hines is young.
I would rather have Gio. I think he's going to have a better year. He's going to catch more passes.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that. I mean,
Gio
Jonathan
might be
Taylor
done.
was good. Jonathan Taylor was good as a receiver last year.
Yeah,
I think
right.
he takes a lot
He
more
was.
receiving work.
I think
That's
Taylor's
definitely a
bad,
risk.
That's bad for Hines. Absolutely. That's part of what I'm saying for sure is Taylor.
Remember,
It-
Gio might be LaShawn McCoy though. Like he might be just straight up done.
Dude, he was
he
RB
was not
30
good.
last year in fantasy, in
Yeah.
PPR league.
Yeah, Zach Ertz had a year ago. Like sometimes people are done.
that's there is a risk of that, I guess. But
The
Gio's
other
kinda
risk
sweet.
for Gio is if they continue to fucking give Fournette a few targets a game. Like that really chips into him. Like if he can
Or
own all
Ronald
the pass work
Jones.
and
Oh,
give it up.
Those are both good points.
yeah, but
My point, you mean?
dial it back to pre-Super Bowl where like the Bucs were this close to cutting Leonard Fournette.
Well, Pat, your prior point that he might be dust, not the Ronald Jones, but
Yeah.
I know which one you meant.
I will say if 101 likes me tipping the picks, I will say I have a player for them right now at the when it comes back time for them to pick, and that would be tight end Harrison Bryant.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to this, another edition of a Gormanji Draft. My name is Josh Norris, and let's talk through this baller team out of the 104 spot. Look, how we are able to create this start of Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore. You talk about players who could jump tiers with Stephon Diggs already being there. And then you move on to ones that have immense upside in a Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Trey Lance offense with mad genius, Kyle Shanahan running the show, unlocking elements of his playbook at his whiteboard in his coaching office that he has not been able to put out on an NFL field since rookie season, RG3. This is absolute goodness that we're creating here out of the 104 spot. I'm not sure what the people are doing at 105, but
You've had a
It's been
great
fun.
draft tonight, Josh. We got to
Thanks,
give
guys.
it to you, man. We've been
and I didn't even click a single button on the mouse at all night. Somehow it worked out.
that's the
All
thing.
auto picks.
Is Pat contractually obligated to leave when I come in? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
It's kind of like, there's only kind of room for two alphas on a stream. And once you come on, Pat just kind of has to bow down.
that was an all-time bit. I had to get another beer, but I watched the first half of that at least. That was amazing. I was laughing so hard.
How much were you screaming, Josh, when we almost passed on Damian Harris?
I mean, 3 rounds earlier, I was screaming for Damian Harris. I was copying and pasting show notes from the last 2 months of podcasts that I've done of just reasons to draft Damian Harris. But look, you guys were smarter than me, and you were able to get him somehow in round 10, which I'm glad he's going to win you whatever money is at the end of this contest. So
I feel like for us, it's more about the friends we lost along the way.
And
Yeah.
I
That was
can't wait to
incredible,
send
by the way.
Michelle in the final round too. I've learned some new things tonight. So
Oh yeah, Pete does like to handcuff our running backs. That is a tradition.
Get out of here.
I also want to even talk about Willis at all. His team out of 107. There's
Yeah,
some- there's some
it's
solid
really
picks
good.
there too.
It's really good. Josh, out of curiosity, do you think Michael Thomas? How many games has he played this season? If you had to set an over/under, how many games would you set it at?
I don't think I can do it at all in terms of drafting him. Like where do you? Because it's not just this extremely vague injury that he just got surgery on and like ghosted his team for 3 months, which is just straight madness. Like this relationship that he's had with the Saints, Pat can back me up on this with blurbs. I mean, it stayed back to last season when he missed time. And so it just doesn't seem right. Like there is just no way. And like the more I think about it, if there's no Michael Thomas on the field, the more I think like Sean's just going to try to manufacture offense with Taysom and Alvin Kamara, and that's that. And they're going to roll it that way.
That was my first thought too. Like it made me think that we were leaning towards Taysom playing more likely because he's going to be out. As soon as I heard about the injury, I was like, "Ooh."
It's kind of got shades of Michael Tom. I mean AJ Green the year before they got Burrow,
Yeah.
where he just refused to come back. And that's why I was saying at the top of the show, I think Kamara's got a very legit chance to go 1,000.
Yeah.
I could see it.
It's everything's kind of setting up similar to that CMC 2019 season, right? Like,
The issue with Michael Thomas though is he also can't be traded. Like his,
Yep.
I think it's $26 million in dead money if they trade him, which is just ludicrous, and especially for a Saints team that is constantly up against the cap every single year. They literally cannot do it. So,
there is still one wide receiver who I like quite a lot.
Okay. Any name I'm going to be into because there's no one here. Right now.
Really,
can I
Pat?
throw out one?
Any
Can I throw
name?
out one?
Okay. Go, Josh.
Josh.
Why? I mean, every single negative thing is already baked in Kadarius Toney right now. First round draft capital. Every single negative thing is baked in, and it keeps dropping. It keeps dropping.
Can you see our private chat?
No, I can't.
I mean, this is our
can't.
hedge
We
book
didn't
at this
say
point,
that.
so we might as well draft Tony.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
kinda
hate it. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
first round
Thing
draft
is,
capital.
every single negative thing is baked in, but he still might even be worse than that.
That's absolutely possible. That is absolutely possible.
Yeah, because like I will say, like, the one name that I threw out has possibility to really do what I think a lot of these other wide receiver picks just aren't gonna do. I mean, he's probably better. I mean, better in basketball, but that's where we're at now.
Yeah, but I think we can talk about who it is because it's so gross now. Darius Slayton,
Pretty great.
he's not going to be anyone we're ever start. Like, given our start, if we're starting Darius Slayton, I think we're in real trouble. Whereas, like, maybe with Tony, maybe because I mean, Cordell Patterson had a decent rookie year. Like, he had some production that got people excited at least for the following year. Like, you know, they might just manufacture enough that we're like, I think we're starting Darius Tony during a bye week.
Tony's probably not terrible just because, like, I mean, if we're just dead wrong about him and he's actually good, that's fine. But if he sucks, we can just drop him.
Yeah, and that's why I
Yes.
prefer Tony in managed leagues
But-
for that exact reason.
Yeah.
But
You guys care that we have 8 receivers and 4 running backs?
Yeah, that sounds about right. A little light on the wide receivers.
Let
Yeah.
our receivers. I kind of want to take a running back.
I'm gonna throw one more name out here. J.D. McKissick also.
Yeah, J.D.
filled
McKissick
really
for sure.
nice.
Yes, J.D. McKissick. I can't believe he hasn't gone yet.
What about Xavier Jones?
That's
I-
good too.
What about
I mean, that's ambiguous at this point.
Darrington Evans, but here
I just went. He went.
Yeah, Evans is gone.
I
Do we
think I
have to
prefer
throw out Nico
McKissick.
Collins' name?
Long gone.
He's gone.
Long gone.
He is.
A couple rounds ago, yeah.
13th round, Nico Collins.
Is
Holy crap.
Philip Lindsay still on the board?
Yes.
He is.
He's interesting too.
Xavier
Dude.
Jones goes. Let's take McKissick.
Yeah, we can take McKissick. We can take Lindsay.
Okay.
Like, see, you were you tipped Xavier Jones, and I don't know.
There he goes.
You all let me down very nicely in my Kadarius Toney take, so I appreciate it.
We're gonna get him on the wrap. Don't
worry.
worry.
Yeah, we can get him on the right.
Oh, and if anyone wants to snipe us on him,
Go ahead.
Feel free.
Go right ahead.
No, but we'll get him on the wrap though.
Yeah, for sure.
I like the texture of our 0 RB room. We have 2 classic pass catchers in Gio and JD. We have 2 early down goal line expectation guys in Harris and Gus Edwards. And then we have the rookie late side push in Javonte Williams. Wouldn't you guys agree? This is the good texture for a 0 RB room.
Would you prefer to have Chase Edmonds?
Yes, of course. Chase Edmonds, Terrace Marshall, 2v2.
I would
I'll
argue
leave
that there's not enough potential 3-down upside in this RB room. And I don't know. Maybe Josh will take that as a personal offense, but I don't know. I'm a little worried about Harris having that. But Edwards, Gio, McKissick.
Can I pitch everyone on Damian Harris?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
at some
Let's
I
do
want
it,
to hear
Josh.
it. I want to hear it so bad.
You
So,
have the floor.
thank you. Appreciate this. I mean, all I've wanted, my whole offseason has led to this moment. All right, here we go. So last year, the Patriots were top 3 in team attempts running the football, right? And just speaking with beat writers around that team, the thing they want to resemble most, because last year just absolutely sucked, is to lean even more into being this year's version of the Cleveland Browns. So the pieces they have there, multiple tight end sets, they went and paid so much money to be in 12 personnel at all times. On paper, they have a top 5 offensive line with a lot of depth onto it there. I understand with Damian Harris, a lot of people are nervous about the goal line carries. Well, one, if Mac Jones starts, then very few teams bring in the quote-unquote battering ram of a quarterback inside the 5-yard line. So there's upside there. And I also think there's just an outside shot of Mac Jones being a better quarterback than Cam Newton during preseason. We're going to see that very soon. And then on top of that, you have Bill Belichick, the entire team coming out and saying that Damian Harris is our guy. Like, they have focused on singular players in the past in recent memory in Sony Michel and given him every opportunity to just succeed. And I think Damian Harris is absolutely going to get that. And where he's going is like running back 29 here in round 10. To me, that's absolutely ludicrous because I think he could get those 15 touches per game.
Josh, that was a beautiful soliloquy.
It was really well done. I'm actually kind of convinced, and I was not really on Harris, but I love the point about the 2 tight end sets and what you've been hearing about Cleveland's offense and then the strength of the offensive line. Like, that sold me. You got me.
Well, and their team just sucked last year. I mean, they're not going to be anything like it, even though I'm not going to say they're going to be good, but they at least want to be different. And if it's either Cam, who is nothing like his MVP form in terms of throwing down the field, like everything is, within 7 to 15 yards, or if it's Mac Jones. And it's another reason why I'm kind of in a Nelson Aguilar, because if they're running 12 personnel all the time, you can be multiple, you can be versatile. And then Nelson Aguilar, based on following the money, is going to be out there on the field every single time. And it certainly sounds like, once again, unless he proves them wrong, Damian Harris is just going to get all the opportunity to start. And then last year, I mean, I don't want to read too much into this, but during last year's preseason training camp, it was Julian Edelman getting all the targets and Damian Harris right after him. Like, if you go and search on his Rotoviz page, it was like he was second in targets in every single practice. So I understand James White still exists in this universe, but if something happens or if Damian Harris just proves to be awesome, he can also see targets too, because he played that role at Alabama at times.
Josh, I'm sliding you the envelope. We gave you a few nominees for the ship chasing pick at 16.5. We are waiting for Gormanji. He has submitted his pick. The pick is in. Josh, will you please announce the winner of the selection for 16.5 for ship chasing?
Yes. Look, we have overlooked talents like Chase Claypool in the past, like James Robinson in the past, just been totally missing on these rookie breakouts. And look, this guy seemingly has not put on a Giants uniform, but it doesn't matter because we'll see in the next 4 weeks that Kadarius Toney will end up as a top 3 scoring wide receiver among rookies this season. And we just got him in the 16th round. And
that you brought it. That is an awesome take.
And I didn't mean any of that. So. But if it comes true,
we'll clip it.
We'll have the clip. We will have the clip.
Clip that shit.
Pat, people want a Ramondre rebuttal to Josh's Damian soliloquy.
Ramondre struggled with injuries throughout camp. We're getting probably the word that they're not going to cut Sony Michel. What am I supposed to do? I'm fighting with like 2 hands tied behind my back here. I think Ramondre is a good running back. He's versatile, but sitting where we are right now, most likely scenario is even if he's good, probably gets the Damian Harris treatment, and we find out about how talented he is in 2022. That's probably the most likely scenario at this point.
Points per inactives, but he'd be great this year.
Yeah. Didn't like the running backs coach, one of the Patriots coaches said like Ramondre can't play football like at all.
They asked him what he needs to improve, and he said
like,
everything. Yeah. They're giving him a rookie treatment.
I read that right after drafting him in the Draft Sharks Invitational, like the 23rd round or something, and I was like, God damn it, Pat, why did you ever get me on this guy? Under my breath, you know. As I read that blurb.
Josh,
Pete, I'll bounce for you, by the way. I'll get out of here. This is your guys' thing.
Dude, are you kidding?
Party.
You actually bought some.
Oh, Justin Tucker goes and Blair's soul just breaks.
Oh no!
Well done, Team 10, league winner.
That's it, league winner. Even like Justin Tucker is good enough to overcome Derrick Henry and Joe Mixon.
Josh, How well is the or how else is the summer of 59 going for you? I haven't talked to you for a few weeks.
Yeah, we have, constant meetings over on Underdog, and I was it was mentioned in one that was company wide that Hayden and I are reportedly on call at all times to do content. So maybe this fits that. So yeah, we actually have 2 streams tomorrow, one including with Jack doing a trivia show. So yeah, it's a fun time. We're doing a live stream on Saturday with all preseason action, like a watch along.
Nice.
So we'll see how the fuck that plays out. I have no clue how that's going to do it. So
can you guys just say good things about Eno Benjamin? Like have a
No?
dedicated Eno Benjamin cam? No? Damn.
Not too many.
Why are you laughing so hard? Eno Benjamin's awesome.
He's our 3-down back that we're gonna get so late.
Yeah.
All right, we will let you go, Josh. We will let you get your beauty rest. You don't just hop on a stream at 11:15 looking like that.
That was so much fun. Gretch,
you're
nice to
welcome.
virtually meet you. Blair,
Yeah,
Hasan,
me too,
you
man.
guys too.
Nice to meet you as well, Josh.
Thanks for letting me just talk irate shit in the chat. I appreciate y'all.
No, we
We
love
love it.
bringing our favorite trolls on. It's what we do.
And yes, say nice things about my picks. Okay, see you guys.
You're crushing this draft, Gormanji. We'll see you
Is
later.
he gone yet? Kadarius Toney was a wasted pick. What were we thinking?
I still
the
can't
long
believe
pod, guys.
people
It's the long
not
pod.
take again. This is free. It's like to take Darius Slayton, like that. Like you're taking Colin Johnson and Josh Palmer, and then not taking Darius Slayton.
I'm actually with Hasan on this. Darius Slayton's gonna play, and I think more than Kadarius Toney.
Like
but-
I mean, like Amari Rogers Slayton's gonna play more than like Olamide Zaccheaus. We're doing this again with him. Darrell Williams.
I love how many picks on this team. Half of us like and half of us hate.
Well, I mean,
I love the
sometimes-
structure.
sometimes you just take what the room gives you, right? Like it's
Sometimes
just-
you go and get your guys.
Yeah, I think we did this to ourselves.
Like I'm looking back at Burrow and remembering how like Pat was not on board with Burrow, and like we could have done better at QB later. Brady went in the end of the 15th round. Like what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hurts went in the
Yeah.
15th,
Hurts-
guys.
Hurts in the 15th does make
Ah.
Burrow look.
I take
a little bit-
back my mea culpa. I was right.
I mean,
But-
Diami Brown is fine, but
We
he's
were
not
just-
like I'm not gonna lose sleep over missing out
yeah,
on
fine,
Diami
yeah,
Brown.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But
You know
we
where it all
also-
went wrong? When we took a running back. We took a running back in the 6th and
Devontae.
it threw us off. That was it.
Devontae.
Blair,
That was it.
this is all your fault.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, when Blair went running
Um,
back, the whole.
I thought we could count on you for. You had one job, Blair. it was to never draft a running back.
But I mean, like,
I was kidding.
just trying to.
I'll take that one. That one was my call.
No, I actually think the Javonte Williams pick is fine. I'm totally messing around.
Yeah.
I was
I would
on the
say-
same picks as Blair pretty much throughout. I think because I was
Yeah,
on
it's
Javonte too there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you just
The
take.
problem
You
is,
just take
what
the
wide
room gives
receiver
you.
that went after him would you take ahead of him?
Who after Diamond?
Galladay. I think we could have taken Galladay.
Nah.
Galladay.
Well, I
Or
wanted
Fuller.
I wanted-
Fuller. Was
Fuller.
Fuller. Yeah.
Fuller would have been the pick.
Fuller
Yeah.
was-
Oh, what are we doing here? We're on the clock.
Oh
No.
shoot.
Do you guys have a kicker that
about-
you liked?
I
Not
don't have a
anymore.
kicker. I don't have a kicker that I'm interested in.
Zerline?
Can I talk into
Um,
running back? Can I talk into running back?
Yeah, do it.
Hey, running
So
back.
You could
Von
do
Ahmed?
Slayton here if that's
Von
not too
Ahmed?
many receivers.
I like Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Do Ahmed. I think we're cutting. I mean, we're gonna be cutting these wide
Did Tevin
receivers.
Coleman
by
ever
trend.
go?
Yeah, a long time. a
Yeah.
little bit ago.
No,
not too long.
16th.
Okay.
1609.
Yeah, Ahmed's a nice little value here.
I like Ahmed.
I like Ahmed. Boston Scott's been getting a lot of good camp buzz. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
would you do that?
What
well, one
about
away
Darrell
just-
Williams? Everyone keeps not wanting to draft Darrell Williams, but they love him. Everyone
He's
wants to
gonna-
draft
he's-
Jerick McKinnon. They're talking him up again.
We can take Ahmed and see what loops back around.
Yeah, I'll see that.
Yeah, because Boston Scott was a good pick there. I've just been like picking a week, and then just circling one gross running back like Michelle or Ahmed or Boston Scott, just like hammering them in the 20th. And then it's like after that week of drafts is over, then I'm like just rotating it around. So like I've got like
That's Pat's the new flavor of the week.
yeah.
I think that's a good strategy. You just talk yourself into a running back like a real hard. You draft him way too much, and then you get sick of him and you pick someone else.
Yeah, the only one. Yeah, I agree.
I'll tell you who I'm on right now: Justin Jackson and Xavier Jones. Those are my two flames. Yeah, just hammering both those guys.
Man, I gotta probably relook into Xavier Jones.
Kadri Allison's going to be good, by the way.
Yeah, he was my flame about 10 days ago.
There you go. See, that's the way to do it. Wow, a second defense. Back-to-back defenses.
I mean,
got to go back-to-back D.
Imagine how many points they're going to gain at that position now.
I know they're gonna win the bench. I will say
Samaje was another guy. Like
Samaje was a nice pick.
Samaje's a nice pick there.
Who grabbed him?
Garmanji, of course.
Garmanji.
Pat knew.
No.
You fell right for it.
It was Garmanji. Right out there.
Garmanji kind of lost their way a little bit, if you ask me. See what I mean? 101 is in the chat or watching the video, and they're just taking all of our picks. Do it on your own. Let's see what you do now. Come on, you can join us in the chat. You're listening in.
I've had a lot of trouble getting excited for Daryl because he basically had his upside season last year.
Darius Slayton.
There you go.
His son just owned you.
He didn't own me.
Do it on your own now, and he took Darius Slayton.
Oh, of course he did. I've just given him like half of his Marquez Valdez-Scantling we gave him, Lindsey we gave him, Terrell Williams we gave him, Slayton we gave him.
Oh man,
We were talking up.
That was
exactly.
Fantastic.
I mean, but who else are you gonna take? It is gonna be Slayton, right? Like just logically. I mean, when you're taking Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sammy Watkins way ahead of Darius Slayton, maybe you it's good that they tune into the stream to get some help, right? like they needed it. Like they clearly needed it. I love you, whoever you are, 805 ballers.
Hasan, how much do you charge for your ideas?
That would be the full entry fee of $300.
Also, I should mention we are going to continue the good time. Or actually, let's do this pick first here, and then we can.
No, so someone said I'm pissed. No, I'm not. DPJ there is a really good pick. Actually,
yeah, I actually like that.
That's a good pick.
All right, what are we going to do here? What position do we want?
I think that we just grab a backup tight end. There's 3-4 guys who are viable. There's nothing else.
Guys.
I don't mind Blair's suggestion.
Who's available?
We're on the clock. You can say it.
Austin Hooper.
Hunter Henry, Blake Jarwin, Jared Cook, Austin Hooper, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
What do you guys like?
I'm ambivalent.
I like Blair's Eno call.
Do we really need a second tight end?
I don't think we're very needy.
We don't need a second tight end. I'm down with Eno for sure.
All right,
let's do it.
This is the 2v2.
We're playing Pitts.
Chase Edmonds versus Eno.
There's no scenario where we're not playing Pitts. We're playing Pitts week 1. We're playing Pitts even if he struggles. We're just playing Pitts.
We're playing Pitts if he gets cut. When he retires, we're playing him.
We're starting
Eno, baby. I like that call. That's a good pivot.
That's a good call.
That's a nice pick. Oh, baby, chef's kiss.
That's the best pick we've made since Kyle Pitts. Joe Burrow was a good pick too.
Josh Reynolds there is a good pick as well. Sorry?
No, it's just fun. Everyone has their late round pick du jour. All of these guys are fucking 1.5% to do anything, but we're also confident on our flavor.
Well, I do think the dominant strategy is just fleeting love. Fleeting love is the new dominant strategy.
That's literally what fantasy football is all about. Is having that guy in the very last round and being like, this dude's going to be awesome, and then he sucks every year. I mean, we all love that shit.
So,
but have 20 of those guys this year. It's awesome.
Are we going in the lab on kickers and defense? Or are we just going to say we're too tired?
No, we can go.
I got a lab.
Do we have to draft a full?
I have a note. So I have this document where I make notes to myself, and I made a note for a defense months ago that I was like, this is going to be my late round defense this year. And I wrote 4 bullet points, and I just found it the other day. Don't even remember writing it. Don't know when I wrote it. It had to have been after the draft based on what they did in the draft.
I will draft whoever this is.
It's like I have like a whole freaking thing I wrote for myself to draft this defense. So I'll tell you guys when it comes back around.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
No questions asked.
Type it in the
That will
chat.
be our
We
pick.
gotta.
Oh,
We
you
gotta-
put it in the chat?
This is
No, it's okay.
No, don't
We'd
put it
like
in the
to be
chat. Don't put it in the
surprised.
chat.
I'd rather be surprised.
yeah. He is.
It's a
locking
very
in
random
this
team. It's a very random team.
There are only 32 of them.
I think you'll be surprised.
Do you put it in the chat?
I did not.
Leak
Matthew
the
Lum saying Eskridge over Tony. I have been taking Eskridge over Tony in best ball. He is hurt though.
Swaim season.
Swaim season. I've taken some Swaim.
Me too.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
not a
too
true
proud
best
to
ball
admit it.
grinder if you haven't sprinkled in a
Wait.
little swim.
Did Sony Michelle never go
true.
in this draft?
He hasn't gone yet.
You wanted to handcuff Harris? Is that what you're
I
admitting?
mean, you never know.
I mean, that,
Yeah,
like,
but if
Isn't
it
that
happens,
your
it hurts us.
strategy, Pat? I thought you liked the. I guess
No, not if
you're
you take
saying
the
more
lead
tier.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd take
but
I'd
it's
take like 2 guys in the 17th and 18th or something.
It's not like we
that,
took
or
the lead
15th.
back in the third round and committed to him. We took him in the 10th. As
That's
part
a
of
good
the
point. That's a good point.
One
Yeah.
RB build.
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah. So it's. I mean, because you're not really. I mean,
I think I'll say yeah. I think Sony's so dusty. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
He actually was
Sony
explosive
stinks.
last year. You guys would be surprised. I was
Yeah,
looking
he
at
had
this
terrible
the other day.
diarrhea.
He was like 5-something yards per carry and like really like had a couple long catches. Like he didn't have a lot of touches. It was a very small sample, but he actually had some. He was 5.7 yards per carry and 16.3 yards per reception on his only. He only had 7 catches, but like, I mean, he was like very very limited sample, but it was like explosive last year.
Yeah.
Dude used to be a first-round pick. He's the same age as Rashad Penny. We're still talking about Rashad Penny in the mid-rounds as having explosiveness.
I know, but that's hope. We're just putting.
Yeah,
names
that's
and
just
things on
I'm
hope.
so sick of the Rashad Penny tease. It is just it's brutal.
it. Penny can't be
Rashad
like
Penny-
a bull case for someone else.
Rashad Penny and Sony Michelle are going to be top 25 running backs this year. Book it.
I don't want to
Clip it.
I'm
let's-
ready to be off of Penny, but Sean is still on him, so I don't know what I'm doing.
There's the best receiver pick in the last late rounds.
Tyron
I
Johnson.
like Tyron Johnson. I take him a
Tyron
lot.
Johnson's
That's a
Really?
money pick.
Are you guys prefer Tyron over Palmer?
Yes.
I do.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He was
I'm
really
on
good
an island.
last year too, efficiency-wise. He was
Palmer.
very,
There's
very
not much evidence that Palmer can play. Like you can make excuses
Right.
for why he didn't have any production, and those excuses might have merit. But like,
Oh, he's a
there's
rookie.
not, I
the
don't know
Chargers
what's
took.
the evidence that he can play.
I mean, the evidence is just that he's going to get opportunities as a wide receiver they took in the 3rd round.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that
the
holds
draft
true.
capital,
And-
I suppose, is the best thing. But Tyron Johnson was good last year and appears to be ahead of him right now. So
Yeah.
I like both, but give me
And
give me
there's
Palmer
the
over.
worst wide receiver pick of the draft. Congratulations, Olivia Doodle.
So I mean, I really like Olivia's team through like 5, and then gets us still fine. It's a bunch of guys that I kind of like in a vacuum.
I think Pat and Peter are tired of my Van Jefferson hatred.
no, I'm not tired of it.
No,
I gained a new love for it because you
all right,
you,
what are we doing here?
you cut Van to keep Quez Watkins, and Quez Watkins is shining.
Dan
Was-
is going to tell us.
Was Mims gonna be? Was he practicing with the
No.
first team, or did I dream
No. Mims is going to get cut.
that? Okay.
They
So-
promised today that they're not
But-
going to cut Mims. Which
They
means they're gonna
walked
cut
that
Mims.
back. Let's figure out our pick here.
The defense is the Carolina Panthers. Their first 3 games are home against the Jets, home against New Orleans, who obviously we know is a little bit different at quarterback, especially at Houston. They do play at Dallas in week 4, and then they get like Philly, Minnesota, Giants, Atlanta, New England. Very
Let's just
usable
take 'em.
first half schedule.
Let's take Matt Gay.
I-
Mims is gone, guys. Let's
No.
take
Yeah,
Matt Gay.
What's up with the Carolina Panthers?
No, we're taking the defense that's been unveiled.
Who was it?
The
Carolina.
Carolina Panthers.
Oh.
I'm literally in the middle of my spiel.
I thought you were talking about Van Jefferson.
No, what? Great defensive matchups. Then they also drafted J.C. Horn as the first defensive player off the board this year. They brought in A.J. Boye as a third cornerback.
Pete, that was like a 35-second zone out that you just did.
They
I
brought
was looking
in
at the kickers.
they
You always
brought
draft
in
the kicker
former
before the defense.
2017 first-round pick and stud edge defender Hasan Reddick, which is pairing with their own 2019 first-round pick edge defender Brian Burns. They also have that Yetter Gross Models guy, their 2020 second-round pick. They have a bunch of like young, high draft picks on their defense. This literally, the Panthers might actually be like the next good defense. They have Shaq Thompson. They have Jeremy Chin. They have a bunch of like other early young draft picks at different places on their defense. I was like looking at their whole roster, and I'm like, I read this the other day, and I was like, you know what? The Panthers are the defense to take this year.
Could be kind of a Tampa Bay situation where they turn it around with young talent like that.
Yeah, or Washington did it just in the last few
Washington.
years. Built like with a bunch of first-round picks on the D-line and good players in good spots. This is it.
Yeah, I'm on
I
board
like it.
after looking at the schedule. I love it. Okay. A kicker. Someone have Denny on the line. I wanted Matt Gay. I've never been so distraught.
I don't know anything about kickers this year. I don't have a full page of notes on any kicker, unfortunately.
Sam Ficken.
I think he got cut.
Yeah,
Really?
he got picked up by someone though.
By Tennessee, right?
Well, now I'm not sure.
I think he's on Tennessee.
Okay, so what do we want? We want a dome game, right?
Who's the Cardinals guy? Is he gone?
Who's
We
the
want
San
a
Francisco guy? Is he gone? They play the Chiefs week 1.
Robbie Gold. Good as gold.
Oh, great. We're just gonna really like raise the average age of this team by like 20 years. Oh no,
What
no,
about
no.
Badgley?
They play the Lions. Why is it showing the preseason?
Badgley's a name that I know. he kicks for the Chargers. Chargers might score some points.
I just pulled up Paulson's rank. He has Sam Ficken 7th overall.
No.
Who's Sam Ficken play for?
The Titans.
Yeah, Tennessee. I like Ficken.
Fuck it. Let's Ficken it.
Let's Ficken, baby.
Get
And it's Arizona at Tennessee week 1. Let's do it. Let's do Ficken.
There you go.
Ficken.
Gormanji's gonna do it.
Come
do
on,
it, Gormanji. I
Gormanji.
fucking dare you to take Ficken.
Oh my god.
I fucking dare you. Gorman, I fucking dare you to take Ficken. Do it. Do it. You're scouring your little cheat sheet trying to find a kicker. Take Ficken. Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't drain the clock. Just do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Take fucking Ficken. Gorman, what are you waiting for? You probably went to bed and this is your cue. I know that. You're not going to take Ficken.
In bed.
He's in bed. This is his cue. I swear to God.
Goes off his cue.
If Ficken goes off the cue, the stream shuts down. If Ficken goes off the cue, the stream is over.
Wow, he took Crosby. That was weird. Why would he take Ficken? just for the laughs, man.
Wow. All right. Good job, Gorman. Thank you. Imagine this guy has a perfect draft and then passes on Sam Ficken for Mason Crosby.
We can all go home happy at least.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
So I actually like the way our draft turned out.
I live in
can't-
misfit parts.
I like the 101 team as well.
Because you suggested every pick?
like half of the picks. Yeah, I'm a little biased. No, I mean, there's plenty of pretty good picks. You can see where I'm kind of thankful where we got Burrow where we did. But I was wondering if we could have just not taken a quarterback until instead of
oh, you were wondering that? Why didn't you wonder that aloud when we were on the clock?
Hasan,
Who was the pick? De'Ami Brown? Okay. Imagine De'Ami Brown there. Oh, you know what? Now that I imagine that, this team looks perfect. This team looks perfect.
Hasan, what do you mean when you say these two things back to back? I'm very thankful for where we got Burrow, but we also could have waited much later. I don't know.
No, so I'm happy where we got Burrow for the upside, but the other quarterback going completely undrafted probably is Tua, and we could have probably taken him 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th by looking over the board, I guess. But that's just hindsight bias, right? I was all in on Burrow at that time.
Sam just wrote Kyle shit.
But he's right.
I also like Nick's comment that Gorman is a false god.
Chad is bringing it tonight.
They really are. The chat has been the best show the chat's had all offseason, I think.
Thank you guys for sticking it out with us for this 9-hour draft that we're just finishing.
Oh my god! Going. Started at 8:30.
Still going.
By the way,
look at Team 10. Last 3 picks, all auto draft tight ends.
He just filled up his queue with tight ends.
Oh, Olivia Doodle took Michelle.
Yeah, much better pick than Van Jefferson. I'll tell you
there
that.
goes Hawkins at 108. I was hoping we might be able to pick him up.
Hawkins is a good.
We got Eno Benjamin, dude. We're good.
I know.
I would love to see what Blair's ideal roster would look like with just basically no constraints. If you told Blair he could have a roster of any 20 players in the NFL, it would legitimately have guys like Javian Hawkins on it.
What? Javian Hawkins on every team.
Except but he's saying you can literally pick your top 20 players in the NFL.
Oh yeah, is Javian Hawkins in my top 20 players?
It's Mecole Hardman. It's Henry Ruggs. It's a bunch of just random ass players.
You can have Nick Chubb. Do you want Nick Chubb?
No, I'd rather.
He's in the bottom 20. Oh yeah, we are sleeping on Quez Watkins. Alex Clark is right.
Ben, go on your rant because Ben cut Van Jefferson in a dynasty league, and everyone was like, "I would have given you some for him," and then Ben had to answer all these chat.
So that I could keep Quez Watkins. And my argument was that Quez Watkins is a better bet right now than Van Jefferson, or was 3 months ago when we were doing our rookie draft, and he still is. Because so here, you want me to go on the rant?
Yes.
Early draft capital players. Blair may have been the one that showed this, or else Sean was, that early draft capital players tend to break out earlier. Van Jefferson got snaps early last year. In the first 3 weeks, he was splitting work with Josh Reynolds, and then he lost his work because he wasn't good. And he continues to suck because his whole profile sucks. He got his opportunity. He's less likely to continue, to suddenly be good going forward. Quez Watkins, meanwhile, was drafted behind John Hightower as the second deep threat in last year's draft. Hightower was getting a bunch of opportunity last year and was sucking. Watkins started playing very late last season and was actually very good. And he has an amazing profile. 3-year player, very good breakout age, strong dominator rating out of Southern Miss, was it? And now he's tearing up camp in year 2. As a day 3 guy, we would actually expect him to not get early opportunity and to look exactly like his rookie year looked, where something had to happen for him to get on the field. And when he did get on the field, he took a screen pass 60 yards for a TD in Arizona. He did a couple sweet things really late in the year. But I think he's better than John Hightower. I think he's going to now kind of be their
he's
deep
better than
threat.
John Hightower.
Yeah, and so he's going to be their rotational deep threat this year instead of Hightower. And if he's good as his profile suggests, he could actually really hit in year 2 in a way that Van Jefferson kind of already got his opportunity and didn't. And I think at this point, you take their draft capital the opposite way after what their first 2 years looked like, and you're like, Watkins is the one that has the better shot to hit now. I honestly believe that.
I think the draft capital point is a little early. They are entering year 2.
Well,
so I think
if you also take into account their profiles, you're right. I agree with that. But if you also take into account their profiles, that we already thought Van Jefferson was probably going to be a miss as a second-round pick.
Yeah.
And we thought Watkins had a chance. Was a decent day 3 bet, right? Like he looks like a Stephon Diggs is the day 3 bet, sort of profile wise.
So
I don't think
the thing about Watkins, I don't think his profile is nearly that strong. He was a 4-year player, but there were things to like about. Yeah, he was a red shirt junior.
Right?
Yeah, but there were things to like about him. He was productive. The thing about Quez now is that the beat writers are saying it's a double-edged sword. They're saying he is outplaying Travis Fulgham right now. But they're also saying that the coaches clearly like Travis Fulgham and are like continuing to stick with Travis Fulgham, and that Quez Watkins has not seen many reps with the ones. John Hightower's not playing at all right now. He's banged up. So I don't know, like take it for what that's worth. It's good, but also you'd like to hear that, he's starting to get more and more reps with the first team offense. But if the play is Quez Watkins is actually good and is going to show that, and Van Jefferson is bad and is going to continue to show that, so far, so good.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm certainly not saying Quez Watkins is definitely going to hit. He's got a lot more steps to take from where he's at. He's like, it was literally a last man cut on a 30-man dynasty roster, right? I think Van Jefferson will not be good in the NFL. I don't think he'll have a 600-yard season in his career. Like that's I feel confident saying after one season, I feel very confident saying that. So that's why I was more comfortable dropping him. I think Watkins has a small shot, a very small shot, but a shot.
This has been very fun. Blair and Hasan, how do you feel after this is one of our annual traditions? I feel like the theme used to be like hardcore 0RB. I feel like the theme now is just tilting the chat and now tilting each other. And I feel like we accomplished that tonight.
We definitely accomplished that tonight. I gotta say, I enjoyed having Ben here for this one because it seemed like he was agreeing with me more. Yet somehow the team didn't end up with the picks we wanted. So I don't know what's going on.
So what you're saying is you're not happy with this team, Blair?
I love this team. This is an awesome team.
Hasan, how do you feel? I mean, was it all downhill when we took Kyle Shits for you?
Not where we got him. I do think I do think that it was great. It's great to actually like expand co-ownership because I think a lot of the fun, unfortunately, the chat doesn't get to see is us going back and forth about waiver wire guys and the lists. I think if you guys haven't tried co-owning, you should. And you should definitely try playing in the KFFC. It's really, really fun. I think this format's going to be really fun. And live drafts, I love them, man. Just look at how crazy the board is.
Yeah, and I will say, speaking of KFFSC, shout out to them for hosting us tonight. And also, we're going to be kicking off a listener league. If you guys didn't see on Twitter today, Eric Belair, our social media maven, posted a thread of all of the winners, 11 winners. You guys sent in incredible submissions, lots of fun ship chasing, fantasy football Twitter inside jokes there, references to Denny, Davis, the counselor, Andy Reid, all over the spectrum. Really funny stuff. You guys brought it. So we'll be kicking that off, and we'll be talking about that on some recent shows or upcoming shows and let you guys know how that's going. Also, pinned tweet there is our draft schedule coming up between starting tonight and the kickoff of the NFL season. We are going to be drafting a ton. Next week, we have a really special show. It's going to be one of our last non-draft shows. We're going to bring another Rotoviz brother on. Sean Siegel's going to come on. Last year, we did a show with him right around this time, and it was awesome to check base, do a primer for main event draft season, talk the 0RB candidates. So that'll be next week. And then we'll be off to the races with main event drafting. If you guys aren't in the Discord, we're having lots of fun in there. You can become a YouTube member, get access to that. Gretch, you are hitting the ground running with Substack. Let people know what's going on over there with all your writing. 100-word posts, right?
Yes. Very short, succinct, to the point. Yeah, bengresh.substack.com. Go subscribe. I think probably everyone listening already is, but yeah.
Yep. If you are wanting to take fantasy football serious this year, if you are wanting to get an edge, I really don't think you can do it without Ben's Substack. The link is down below. Go subscribe, get access to all of that. Crane, what's going on at Big Peacock?
Okay, so I've been talking about this running back article for like weeks now about the follow-up to the Legendary Upside article. I just need to put in the charts. I've reread this thing like 8 times. I'm still structuring some sentences, tweaking some things, but it is basically done. I'm putting in the charts. I did start drinking whiskey, so maybe I won't do it tonight, but that's the plan. Do it tonight. Go to bed a little late. Send it to the overnight editor. Have it ready for you tomorrow. So you should be able to get this baby tomorrow. If not, Friday at the latest.
Wow, that's not the level of detail you normally get with a plug. So yeah, I'm going to sit down with a cup of coffee at about 8:30. I'm going to start writing the topic sentences. So there's the detail there. I'll do a plug. I'm doing an early matinee version of the randomizer show tomorrow with ESPN's Bill Barnwell. Looking forward to that. I'll have a tweet up in the morning if you guys want to contribute some suggestions for the wheel. So for Hasan and Blair, check them out at Rotoviz. The think tank over at Rotoviz is awesome. Again, along with Ben's Substack, that's about all you need is the Rotoviz content over there, and you will be good to go. Pat's article. Seriously, we got you guys covered. KFFSC has us covered for our drafts where we don't have to draft tight end preview. And we had fun tonight, guys. We had fun. We'll see you guys next week.